Howdy. I'm just gonna check really quick and make sure that the sound is good, the music's not too loud. That jazz, because I have a separate volume slider on my headphones, so I don't know actually how loud I don't know how loud what you're hearing is, so I just want to double check. Just gonna check really quick. It's way too goddamn loud. Oh, god damn. Alright. I don't want to remix everything. There you go. Alright, that's much better. That's much better. Hello. Hello, everyone. Let me see. Alright. Let's see how that sounds. Give it a sec. Give it a sec, because the stream needs to load up. Yeah, alright, that's good. That's good. That's properly balanced. There's a lot of people in the stream now, so I'm gonna keep the stream chat open on my phone, because sometimes it gets filtered out by Restream, and I have a hard time seeing it. Hey, Crocklab! Lamia lover. See, I can hardly fucking read it because I have it over on my computer. This is why I keep it open on my phone. It's still a little bit too loud. Alright. Yeah, alright. Hello. So, this is probably something this isn't going to be a very long stream, by the way. This is... I might go for like an hour or two. This is something I should have formally announced a long time ago. Probably like months ago. Because this has been my main project now for coming up on about 3 months. I've been doing this literally from like dawn till dusk now, since the last time that I streamed Little Nightmares, which was, I don't even know, what, like 3-4 weeks ago? Did you read The Lonely Ones yet? No, I'm telling you, I've done literally nothing but like game development stuff. So I guess now I'm finally ready to actually announce it now that I have a full pipeline. This is not how it'll look, by the way. I just wanted to show you guys this first. So I'm making a game, right? I've been working on it for a while. Why is it not letting me free cam? Fucking you. What? Why is it not letting me do this? Let me just double check something really quick. I'm pressing Shift F. Am I insane? I remember you believe, but you remember me. Was it this? Oh, okay, yeah, it's this now. Right. Because Blender changed it a while ago. Okay, yeah, so I wanted to show you guys this first before I show you what it actually looks like. So this is what it started off as, right? And everything that you're seeing here, I 3D modeled myself, which is why it's kind of not that great. There's also an issue in that if you look over here, you see how these are two different tiles, but they kind of look pretty well merged. That's because I put a noise texture over everything, and that makes it look really good, but Blender can't export that into the way that I want it to, basically. You have to bake it in. It's a whole long process. Let me pull up the fucking OBS thing as well, because I know the chat is pretty active right now. I thought you didn't do Blender. Long time since, let's say, name Resident Evil series. Holy shit, hope you're doing great. This all looks very impressive. Yeah, wow. Dude, that's wild. Yeah, so that... I'm sorry, I gotta do one thing at a time, but that was way before I did Remdot. I had a different channel, and then I made a new channel to kind of start over, and yeah, that's crazy, though. Thank you. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, too. It's wild to see people from back then. Gil is from back then as well. Yeah, I learned Blender, is what I was gonna say. I've been teaching myself Blender. I 3D modeled this whole environment. You can go into here. These are lights. They're emissive, but they're all off right now. they wouldn't turn on. It's in Blender, but I was gonna add actual light to them in Godot. My original plan was to make it in Godot. There's a little like area here. You got beds here. You've got like a shower here. It doesn't have transparency on it because I'm an idiot and I was teaching myself everything. You've got more, shelf stuff back here. A little prison. It's very cute. Where am I? It's very cute. Up here is this is up a ladder, by the way, from where we just were. See, main area, up a ladder. You go into here. Little area here, little area here. It's very cute. It's very nice, and it looks all right. How long ago was that? Oh, dude, it was fucking. The old channel was literally. Oh yeah, and then there's a radio tower up here. The old channel was literally many years ago. I made the Rumnut channel about 5 years ago now. But yeah, so I made all this by hand, and it's not bad. I spent literally like 3 days figuring out how to make this barbed wire, and I was so proud of myself when I finally got it to work and iterate over the entire fence in this nice, repeated pattern. I was so proud of myself. And then, after I made the trees, I kind of sat back and went, you know what this looks like to me? You know what this looks like to me? This looks like something that I would see in Roblox, is what it looks like to me. And then I got really disappointed. And that's not a bad thing. I think minimalistic games are great, and I think they can be really cool. It's just, like, all these towers would have cameras on them, right? And they would follow the player to have a fixed perspective. And if you look at this, right, in the background, it's like, it's not bad, but like, imagine this is the environment, and then you see, like, a semi-realistic creature chasing after you. You'd be like, this is a fucking mess. And that's not bad. I think this aesthetic can be really nice. Yeah, style over realism is always the way to go for sure, but the issue is that the style is inconsistent because I don't have the ability to do consistent style yet. I mean, I modeled most of this game world using a really old 3D... I used the Cube engine from like 2004, if any of you know what that is, to 3D model most of the world. And then I use Blender to make the trees and Blender to make the solar panels, and they don't clash too badly, but as I go further into Blender, the clash is only going to get more noticeable. I mean, look at the barbed wire. Like, it looks kind of nice. And then you have this janky base area, and you get this really inconsistent visual. So I started getting really annoyed with myself, and I decided, essentially, I'm going to start over and actually try to do this like a goddamn professional. Pretending that I am a goddamn professional. So I can exit this now and show you what it looks like. Welcome to Unity. I pretty much started over from scratch. While I was working in Blender and Godot, I met other people who do game development, and I was able to meet a 3D modeler who is, like, I found, like, different connections on where to look to properly do this, and I was able to meet a 3D modeler who thought the idea seemed pretty cool, and he's now creating a bunch of different monsters and, like, custom characters for not a lot of money, actually, and he's actually doing a pretty good job, and he's making custom animations for them, so that's really cool. And then I bought professionally made asset packs, so that's why this looks so much more visually impressive than what you just saw. And everything that you see, by the way, it's not like I downloaded an asset pack that's like Warehouse, and I just put that in. It's like every little face of, like these have no internal area. Everything that you see, this is like 5 assets overlaid onto each other. It took me like hours to do this reinforced catwalk. Everything that you see, I put a lot of time and effort into it. This bottom area is more or less from the level area, the demo for these assets. So I bought a bunch of assets so I could start using them, so that way I would have a consistent visual style, and I would be able to make something that looks a lot more, just a lot more interesting, I think, for people who are playing it. And then I have this guy who's doing the 3D modeling, and yeah, I think it's pretty good. I'm going to quickly check the chat, because I know that you're saying a lot of words here. Style over realism is always the way to go. I have been data mining Little Nightmares 3 and found some interesting stuff. I'd be happy to talk about it. Like I said, I don't really have a hard plan for this. It's just, like, the Kenji series that I kind of hyped up in the last stream is taking forever, because every day I wake up and I work on this for about probably like 10 uninterrupted hours. I've been working on this since 10 in the morning, and it's about 5 p.m. now, so I've been working on this for, shit, what is that, like 8 hours now? And I'm probably going to put in at least 2 more, and probably more after the stream ends. Because I want it to look good, and I want it to also kind of feel good as a player. And there's going to be like security cameras in here, so there's like a fixed... Sorry, Unity kind of glitches out sometimes. So there's like a fixed camera perspective of the player as they move around different parts of the environment. Out here might actually be free cam, and then inside, I'm going to delete this wall here. And I've already started building out this back area here. It's going to be... Like, the brick's going to get nicer as you go back here, and there's going to be an elevator kind of around here, maybe around here. I already deleted the terrain from down here. And you can take the elevator down to get into the bunker. And then the bunker is like the main area for the game. Let's see what you're saying here. Is the game going to cost money? Probably. Probably. I'm going to make a demo first, and that's going to be free, though. I'm going to make a demo, and it's probably going to come out... I wanted it to be out by the end of this month, but then I restarted about 3 weeks ago and started doing everything in Unity and, you know, hiring people to do the things that I can't do and meeting people who would actually be interested in working for me, even though I really couldn't pay them very much because I'm not exceptionally wealthy. I mean, I'm living in a shed in my parents' backyard here. You know, I'm not I'm not rolling in massive amounts of cash here. And then I finally got the pipeline finished about 4 or 5 days ago, and just has been going full time into this ever since then. So it'll probably cost money, but the demo is going to be free, and that's going to come out in. Again, I hope by the end of this month, but to be realistic, it's probably not going to come out until sometime in December. But it's definitely going to be before the end of the year. That's like my personal firm deadline, because I don't know. I'm finally at a point now where it's starting to look good and it's starting to feel good. Like, this is the thing I should... It's hard to explain, but I get this feeling from projects that I work on if they're going to be like really good or not. Like, I make some videos and I know they're not going to do well, and then others that I feel like they should do well and they don't, but I'm right more often than I'm not, and I feel like this is going to be something special when it comes out. So I had a comment here from a fella from my old what's the best platform for me to give you money, by the way? I don't have anything set up for donations. I'm not very poor. I mean, I am living in the shed in my parents' backyard. That is true, but it's a nice shed. Look at these lights up here. These are good lights. I might set up donations in the future. Maybe after the demo comes out, I'll do like a Kickstarter. I'm so hesitant though, because I see all these, like, I've been watching all these videos from this guy called Kira TV about like people who scam others on Kickstarter, and it's just turned me off the platform altogether, pretty badly. I want this to go a little bit more. This is a back entrance, by the way. This is the back, and there's going to be a gate here. That's barbed wired shut with a little door you can get through. But in this stream, what I want to do, I'll show you. So, I've been making this catwalk. This is most of what I've done today. This and this bottom area, and also the lights, and also I finished the roof, and I also added that. But mostly the catwalk. That's been the big thing. That took me a solid 3 or 4 hours to do. And I want to put a little, like, management room up here. I saw that some factories have them. It is disjointed from the wall, though, so I'm not exactly sure how I'll do it. I was thinking I would use these to make, like, a sheet metal thing that could kind of stand here, but that's the issue, is they're very tall, and even if I scale them down, this is already kind of scaled down, even if I scale it down, then it gets kind of, I mean, it looks pretty good, but I'm not certain if I like this over other things. I'm going to try out a couple materials and then proceed from there. Oh no, sorry, it wasn't meant as an insult, just wanted to support everything you're doing. No, I know that's what you meant. I know that's what you meant, and I'm absolutely grateful for that, thank you, but I just mean, like, I feel like I don't make content enough, that it's justifiable for me to even ask for money. So once the demo comes out, it's like, here's a tangible piece of this thing I've been working very, very hard on. So you know, first of all, that it's real, and then so you know, what am I thinking of? What am I thinking of? Like that, there's work continuing to go into it, and then even when I'm not making videos, you know that I'm doing this other thing. And I'll probably start doing regular game development streams, because I'm literally doing this from dawn till dusk every day, so I feel like I could stream it, and then we could at least talk while I work on it. And then are we gonna get to see some gameplay? Not today. I haven't coded anything in yet today. In general, all I've done is, I mean, I've coded a little bit. Let me pull it up. I've gotta optimize this folder a bit better. I'm good at making folders. I'm just bad at. I mean, I'm good at organizing, just bad organizing. I made this custom volume shader, which isn't very impressive. This is something that somebody with decent Unity knowledge could do in like a week. That was my other issue with the Blender thing, is if somebody knew how to use Blender, they could do what I did in about a week, even though it took me like a month and a half. Yeah, so I added some lights, and this kind of, it's sort of hard to see on stream, but there's a bit of a film grain over the whole screen, and it adds a lot of sort of noise to it. Getting these lights to not clip each other out of the goddamn thing took forever, and they still kind of do. They still kind of do. See? Over here? See how it flickers? It's a goddamn Unity bug. I totally get your explanation. Honestly, I really admire your integrity for that, and I imagine everyone would feel the same way. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, I hope so. I hope so. I'd feel so bad if I started collecting money from people and then, like, I don't know. I announced the Kenshi video, for example, and then I know a lot of people got really excited about that, because I've had people DM me about it on Discord and ask where it is and why it's taking so long. And I haven't talked about this publicly because it's a much bigger project and it's a lot more exciting, and I don't want people to like latch onto it and then feel like there's a strict timeline for when it's going to come out, and then they put money into it and then it doesn't come out at that timeline, and then I would just feel fucking terrible if I did that. So thank you for glazing me in the nicest possible way. This is like a little bit too high. It's gonna be too low. That's perfect. I mean that as a compliment. It's very, what you're saying is very sweet. Hello, I'm Gleep on an alt. Oh, Gleep is Smumkey. Oh shit. God damn, that's crazy. Oh, hi Gleep. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, thank you. Glaze Fest. Ah, man. Now I feel a little bit silly because I was so antsy about streaming this. Like, I literally had the OBS pulled up for like, and I had Blender like ready to go, and I had this ready to go before I started the stream. I sat there for like 20 or 30 minutes just like, man, is it right for me to even announce this yet? I hate getting people's hopes up and then not having like a oops, and then not having, yeah, it's not what I meant to do. This is what I meant to do. And then not having something to actually show them, or not having something good to talk about with them. And I've never once had criticism about this too, which is why it's such a completely unjustified fear. I've never once had somebody go like, you know, I was a big fan of your videos, but then you don't post enough. It's not happened to me once. It's completely based on nothing. Like, everybody who follows my channel knows that when I make stuff, I want to make sure that it's really good. I don't want to just like shit it out, and or at least decent. And yet I still have this my psychological brain. That's from that woman who sunk the Concordia boat and killed a bunch of people. What are you going to post the game on? Probably Steam. I know Steam has its own review process, but I think I could probably clear it. This? No, it's good. Yeah, I think I could probably clear it, so It'll probably be on Steam. As far as the demo, I don't know if I could get the demo on Steam. I can afford to put it on there if it costs money, unless it costs like thousands of dollars. I think it costs like $100, which I can afford. But if I can't do that, then I'll put it on itch.io, because they've been pretty good about like keeping their platform legitimate, as far as I know. I'll put this here. What's the dimensions here? I'll just 0.5 you, so you're the same height, and I'll just fucking eyeball the rest. I'm not sure if I like this, by the way. This, I kind of do. I kind of like the idea that there's like a little metal shack up here. I plan to put like a desk in here, and there's gonna be blueprints, because the lore, I've already written like the script for every event that happens in the entire game, and the lore for the game. The lore is that in this universe, they basically discover like a whole new source of energy that kind of comes from outside of space and time, sort of like Half-Life. And as they bring it in, it starts causing. I'm not gonna spoil it too much, but it started causing certain problems. And then some people who were very conspiratorial minded built, like, they bought up land because. Oh my god, this is hard for me to even explain. I'm actually getting kind of nervous. So I'm feeling like I should abridge it, but because otherwise I'll just talk nonstop. You know what? I'll just fucking explain. Okay, so in this game, right, they find a way to sort of crack through like space and draw in this new, different type of energy. But I didn't want it to be like electricity. I wanted it to be its own very distinct energy, and I kind of settled on it being something like mysticism, you know, like crystal healing and all that jazz, but like if it were actually real. Why is this not? Oops. If it were actually real. Okay, so that was so they started doing that, and at first everything was great, but the more they draw it in, the more it affects like space and the universe around it. And they start getting like weird new species of animals that are able to use this power start popping up. They start having like more frequent natural disasters and other issues. But as they use this power, they can like create talismans and prayer beads and things that are able to actually dispel hurricanes. So the more they rely on it, the more they can solve the problems that relying on it created. And then, you know, because it's also very dangerous, it also becomes sort of outlawed for normal people to use. It becomes more of a like industry, government, military. They get to use it. Everybody else, not so much. I need to put you down here. Perfect. Yeah. So you know, things are getting worse, but they're still manageable. And then the people who are sort of leading these experiments, they find a way to summon this creature from outside of the universe into it, and then doing that is sort of the straw that breaks the camel's back. Things get worse very quick. That's good. I want it to just barely clip into itself, because you can't really notice that as a player, but you can notice even subtle gaps in objects as a player. So if it barely passes through itself, then it looks pretty good. This actually looks alright. I'm kind of happy with this. And it's far enough away that I can put the railing up on it, which will make me feel pretty good. Yeah, so in the same way that some people, even without really any justification, think that like 5G is gonna give them turbo cancer, people in this universe, they actually have some justification. So they get a pretty organized resistance going, but it's too popular. They can't really stop it, and then they summon this being into the world, and everything starts getting nuclear worse really quickly. So some of them, while things are still semi-stable, bought up land in agricultural, or not agricultural, industrial zones, because that was the industry that was hit hardest by this new technology. Because one of the things you can do is like teleport stuff. They no longer need. This area is for bringing in trucks This was obviously put in after the fact, but this is for maintaining trucks, and then we have stuff down here for like fluids. So they buy up these warehouses that aren't being used anymore, and they start converting them into bunkers. So they have the foundation refinished. You know, that's why it looks a lot cleaner than everything else. And then there's trash in the middle because they're doing it in like a hurry, right? And then they bring in these special like industrial generators because they're fairly wealthy people, right? They're buying up big ass plots of land. Even if it's not valuable land, it's still a big ass plot of land. So yeah, that's sort of the lore behind this area. And then up here, like the guy who did that for this area, his plan was to first like restore power, put in the generator. I'll show you this over here. Put in barbed wire and redo the fences so they look a lot more sturdy if they need to be. These ones weren't redone, but there's going to be some deployed chain link fences out over this area over here. And then he planned on putting more stuff out here, but he never actually got to it because things started getting worse, and then, right, really, it just all falls apart suddenly. And I like that idea a lot. I've got it all written out, like the series of events and the lore and all that, and I'm feeling pretty proud about how it's turning out, and pretty excited about what it's gonna turn into. And yeah. So anyways, I don't know. It's gonna be good when it does come out. But that's why you're seeing stuff like this and this. And then up here, he's gonna have like a photo of his wife who's passed away. He's not the main character, by the way. He's actually like not even on our side really. But there's like a photo of his wife and like things he wants to forget up here, but he can't really throw away. And then there's gonna be blueprints around here for the warehouse showing the bunker being put in and stuff like that. This is sort of gonna be like a memory chest for the items this guy left behind. And then we're the main character. We're not the same guy. And then we can go in here and kind of comment on it, that he wasn't always such a bad guy, and because we're part of a different group. The people who set up these bunkers are mostly very selfish. We're part of a different group that's trying to like save everybody, but most of the people from that group actually caused the apocalypse, so they kind of feel guilty about it. So yeah, I'm not spoiling anything. This is all stuff you're gonna find out in like the first not in the demo, but in like the first 5 minutes of gameplay. So this isn't... I don't do that, but I do need to copy over this stuff from here. This isn't spoilers or anything like that. I'm just... I don't know. I want to explain why there's like different types of assets in the same environment. Because they do look good. They have similar visual fidelity. But obviously this thing is fairly new. And then this thing is super old. And it's like, well, why are they in the same area? But it actually, it does make sense. My psychological brain, there's a lot of long comments that I didn't read because I was trying to not distract myself too hard from talking about this. Can't wait to put an emerald into my TV to watch Family Guy. Surely there will be no consequences. I say as the mutant fox is flung into my room by a hurricane. How can my talismans fail? No, okay, so that's one of the... It doesn't replace electricity. So radio still works as radio. You can still transport things classic style, but things you can't do with technology, like fucking teleportation, or like when we cool down an environment, we're actually heating up the outside a lot more than we're cooling the inside because of thermodynamics. With a talisman, you don't have to do that. You can just walk in there, pin it to the wall, and it like gets colder for a while. So that's why like some sectors, like transportation, they got hit really hard. Teleportation fucking nukes having trucks. Other things like communications and electricity and lighting, those are still basically the same. So I have like write-ups that I've done myself that I'm not going to show you because they're schizophrenic in nature. But I want to make something that's very internally consistent. I think you all know from the story and lore videos that I do that I try to make everything, even gameplay mechanics, part of the actual story. Even if canonically the developer did not intend for that to happen, I try to like, I don't know, find some way to justify it, as if it's all, you know, it's all connected. So when I'm making a game, it's all going to be connected. I have plans. I think the term is diegetic. When it all flows into itself. I think that's the technical term. Just on the z-axis. It's actually a little bit too small. I might size everything up a little bit. So I don't want this fat chode of a door. I'd rather have an actual door. And also because right now the door is about as tall as, like... It's about 3 feet tall. So I'm gonna need to... One. Yeah. Is that just past it? It is. That's perfect. It's actually perfect. And there were other comments I didn't read. Launch your last stream till the end, even though I had a test the next day. Yeah, you told me that. Yeah. I think you told me that. Did your test go well? So I hope it did. Really, 1 is just not gonna fucking work because everything else is sized down. Everything is sized down to 0.7. If I could do this to 0.7, that would probably be. Or even like 0.8. No, that's pushing it. That's really pushing it. See, this is kind of what I was worried about. Was that this would be. That's... What was I looking for? Oh, shit. Didn't do that. That's not bad. That's not bad. With the lighting, that'll look kind of cool, actually. Yeah. And it'll have these going around it. These handrails going around it, so that'll be cool. Let's see. In sincerity, though, the plot sounds really cool. It's reminding me of Dead Space, but like a really cool blend of fantasy in there, too. I like how the industry areas are safe havens. Fossil fuels for the win. Alright, that sounds sick. I love the differential there. Thanks for clarifying. Yeah, thank you. Y'all are very positive. This is making me feel, unironically, just super happy. Like, very relieved. I was... thank you. I think there's a ceiling I can do here, but I'm probably just gonna slap a piece of classic sheet metal across the top of it and just call it a day there, because it's already in a roof. It doesn't actually need a roof, but like this is open to, because it's a fucking big trucks are coming in and out. I had a message I got pulled by YouTube. It says message redacted, so I don't know what you said there, Smonkey, but I'm sorry. YouTube said no. You got hit by the auto moderator. My auto mod is a little bit strong because there's those people who I turned it up a little bit because I've had people spam on my videos before. I don't want to like have to deal with that. Okay, so that goes this way. That goes this way. So it's this corner I need to line up. Let's see. That's alright. That clips a little bit, but this is outside of what the player can actually... Sometimes... I'm sorry, I need to put these on. I've got blue light glasses. I've been staring at my fucking screen for so long that if I don't, like... I don't actually need glasses, but if I don't wear them for, like, a little bit, then my eyes legitimately start to burn. You gotta head off. Good luck, stay positive. Thank you. I removed it and mistyped. That's cool. That's cool. Don't worry about it. That's better. Yeah. I gotta wear glasses sometimes. It really completes the look, I suppose, of game developer. In a way that I just can't quite explain. That can stay the same way, but I need this to maybe, flatten it out, and then I'll tilt it a little bit. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll have to do that and raise it a little, and then put it at an angle. But I can do that. Because deadass, if I don't wear these, it starts to burn. Kind of reminds me of the energy from Spider-Man Miles Morales. Have you played it? I have not played it. I haven't really seen anybody do exactly what I'm trying to do here before, and that's, I think, a good thing. I try not to do. I obviously haven't made up very many stories of my own, just a handful of animations. But when I do, I try not to. How does this look from below? Actually, do I need to fix this? If it looks good from like, oh my god, Unity has this glitch where sometimes when I'm moving the viewport, it just flicks me, so I'm looking the other way around, and it's really, really annoying. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. Put that up a little bit. That's all right. So right now, it kind of tilts a little bit this way. If I sort of tilt it a little bit like that. Just a little bit like that. And move you up about that. It's pretty good. Yeah, it doesn't really look like it's clipping it anymore. Yeah, it looks like it's attached pretty well. It's pretty good. Ah, see, this is what I was worried about. This shit. I'm gonna have to extend this a tiny bit. Nope, not that one. I think it's. Yeah. I'm gonna turn off the terrain because it actually glitches it pretty often. That's fine. That's also okay. This is a little bit annoying, but it's kind of just a crack in the bottom, so it looks like the metal just deformed a little bit, which it did. So that's pretty good, I think. I'll probably have to put a door frame in here, but I might. I have door frames. I don't know how I'm going to do the actual door though. I don't have any new comments. I'm good. Yeah. But yeah, I don't fully recall where I was going with my whole little diatribe there. I was legitimately so nervous to show anybody what I was working on, so that's fine. I'm just gonna, we can chat about whatever. Wait, I think I have one that's metal. Yeah. This is kind of a rustier metal. Yeah, I'm gonna use this one. Yeah, that's perfect. See the issue though, because that's person height. That's person height. That's the issue. Is that this is the height of a regular ass person, and my little hut that I put in here is not. So I have to delete that. I have to delete that, and I'm gonna put this into the door frame, then I'm gonna delete that. Alright. And I'm gonna put regular scrap metal up along the sides so it looks better. If you... Oh, no, you didn't say anything new. These are rusty metal walls. Because I have these. These are pretty good. I'll need one that's long though. I have this. I might be able to
cut that down.
That should be alright. This is pretty much, I don't know, like, this is kind of all I've been doing, is just making these environments, and I don't have much to say because I kind of have to focus when I'm trying to get it right. So I don't know if it's going to make for good stream content or how often I'm going to stream it. It's just going to be a thing I do every now and then when when I have stuff that I can really talk about, or if people have fun with it, then I'll do it more often. But I don't know if I want to be like a game development streamer. I'm already not like a very regular streamer, so we'll see. That's pretty good. That lines up pretty well with the grooves up there too. I'm gonna duplicate that and put the other one over here. Normally, honestly, when I work on these, I don't even listen to music. I've been putting on like long plays of random, almost universally shitty horror games, like meme horror games, like the SpongeBob horror games and things like that. And I've been playing that in the background while I just stare at the screen. What'd you say? Sorry if I don't talk. I'm practicing my art. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that you made art. No, it's good. It's good. I don't have anything really to normally when I stream, I can kind of ad-lib a lot. This might not be a good idea, actually, now that I think about it. That is a deformation scale. That's the Y scale. It does that. You know what? That actually doesn't look too bad. It kind of looks alright, actually. Right? It's not bad at all. Fuck it. Alright. I'm gonna have to turn down the deformation now. Oh, it's barely deformed at all. Oops. I'm gonna inch this about a fucking millimeter forward so that it's a little more than that. There we go. And then I'll scale this down to 0.1, I guess, or 0.0. It's a little iffy. It's not actually as noticeable as I was worried it would be, though, so. Yeah, that's alright. It's not bad, actually. It looks okay. I was worried that was going to look terrible. But this is an area that you might go into once or twice when you're playing the game, and it'll almost never be a central point to the game, and it actually looks pretty good. From the inside, it's not even noticeable. From the outside, it is, but not badly. I like that. Good. Learning. Yeah. Oh, you're learning. You're learning art. Very cool. Very cool. Everything that I know about art, I self-taught. And, for a while, I was really proud of that. I was like, yeah, I taught myself how to animate and 3D model and make games. And then now, every time that I hit an issue and I'm like, how do I fucking move the camera again? Then I suddenly feel regret for not taking just 1 or 2 voluntary art or game development or animation classes when I was in college. Just 1 or 2 to get the foundations down. I'm not going to put the door on it. I'm going to save putting doors on for pretty much last, because I know that I'm going to have to put some code on them so that they open properly, and I don't actually know how to do that. So I'm going to have to follow tutorials online, and that's going to be a bit of a nightmare.
I think we have old desks, but not this. I think it was called workstation or worktop or something.
It was work something.
Workbench. Yeah, these are what I'm talking about. They're like old benches, basically.
And they're apparently fucking massive. Jesus Christ. That's way too big. I don't think they're all like this. This is a smaller one. Yeah. They're still quite large. Oh, that's pretty good. I'm not going to use it, but that one's... We're getting close.
I might use it.
Yeah, I'll use it. Shit. Why not? This is a lot more cramped than I realized when I was conceiving of the idea. In my head, there was going to be enough room that, like, you walk in, there was going to be, like, a desk askew at a corner angle in the edge of the room. There was going to be, like, a chair behind it, and you could walk around to see the picture, but that won't work anymore. And that doesn't even make sense for this environment. This would be, like, a... You know, you think about, like, why this would be built, right? Think about why it would be built. Every day, trucks come in here and they work. People would be over here manufacturing or whatever. And you would walk out and you would walk across the catwalk so you can look down at them and oversee what you're doing. So this would mostly be a place for paperwork. You wouldn't really have like a big waiting area. When you're in here, you'd be working. This is like a place that they stopped really having in like the 90s or 80s. So my thought didn't really make quite enough sense, I guess. I'm trying to get out here. I'll have this at like a slight angle. Just a slight angle because it kind of opens up the room a little bit. Maybe you have like a filing cabinet in the corner. If I have a model for a good filing cabinet. I have several. I just don't know if I
I need a small one. Ah, shit, that's pretty small.
I can make it even smaller if I resize it. Let's see. Yep. That's actually almost perfect, so I'm gonna leave that there. It could only be better if it had like one box removed, so I could put in the open box and have it sort of obvious that, you know, this isn't a place for a good headspace. I mean, there's this one which has open boxes. But this one's a little too dark relative to this stuff, and it's also much too nice. Look at it. Barely tarnished. It's not going to work at all. By the way, another reason why I'm streaming this is because I do this when I'm just making it on my own as well. When I'm just making the environment myself, I don't like sit there quietly and just like... I mutter through everything that I put in to make to like sound it out. Let's see. I don't think I have blueprint models. I was gonna have them custom made, but I should actually check. No, yeah.
Well, probably next time I stream it, it'll be after I get the first model of the creature, so I can.
I don't know what I turned off, but it used to be that when I clicked on something in the inspector, I could see like a 3D model of it, and I could float it around to kind of get an idea of what I'm looking at. Now, it's not the case anymore. Is this paper with like a cloth on it? Same when I draw. Yeah, I do that when I draw as well too. Yeah. I'll, like when I was doing my animations, I'd like, while I'm making the wall, I'd be like, and then along this wall, this is where they put their beds, No, no beds. They should actually sleep on the floor. That would make more sense. Football season, very successful. Right on. Stack of papers. Not that stack of papers, though. Maybe something like that. Maybe would be good. Oops. Something like this might be good. A little document with like charts and graphs on it. Like they're charting the power output of the generator after we put it in. That could be alright. God damn it! Why do I keep that's the Blender controls. I keep thinking about like how I would do this in Blender. In Blender, you would hold like whatever I keep holding, middle mouse I think to look around. It's different in Unity. The issue, I learned all these things in like very short succession. So they all are in the exact same spot in my head. Alright, that's good. What is this, like a bill of some kind? Is this a job application? This is a job application. It's actually so funny. I might leave that in here. Is it actually? I think it is. Oh no, it's a record sheet. Oh. It's like a form for like requesting records. An anatomical drawing that might be good for the prison. There's gonna be a prison that I have to model later. I'm back. Smokey, are you Bleep? Yep. Dude, Bleep, that fucking shocked me. This is a grade report? Why do I have so much school stuff? This is a job application. I knew it. I fucking knew it. This is a job application. It's crazy. Alright, I'll just have some crumpled up papers next to it, and then I'll sort of like that. Like that. This can go like this. And then I'll actually, if I'm crumpling up papers, I always set them either to the side or beneath the desk, so it'll be over here. The central area will be for serious business only. And then the blueprint can go across here. And that'll be good. There would probably be a light in a place like this, even if it were just a lamp. Right? Because they were using this as the staging ground for when they were doing
construction in the area. So they would bring in a small lamp that would make more sense than industrial lights. And a modern chair. The desk would be heavy, so they wouldn't move that. But they would bring in a lamp or a chair. I don't like the model that I think I have to use, but I'm pretty sure I have to use it as this desk lamp. Yeah, it is what it is.
It'll look better once the blueprint is in. I might just draw the blueprint myself, but I don't know how to apply it to a 3D object as a decal. So I might do that just to learn, but I'm not certain. Because I'm going to do all the art for the... There's going to be, when people talk in the game, there's going to be like panels of their faces and next to the dialogue boxes, and the panels showing their faces are going to change depending on what they say. So you can get more kind of emotional display than what I'm capable of doing with my budget, which is not that big. So it might be good for me to draw the blueprints as well. This actually looks alright now that it's in the world, and then I need a chair that's not new, but not as old as everything else. And this actually wouldn't support these chairs, would it?
legs would poke through the fucking grates, wouldn't they? But I want to keep this open because it looks really cool. So how would I do that? Folding chair and maybe like a piece of wood that it would sit on. So I could put the folding chair. That's in fucking ruins. That won't work. I put like a.
There we go. A relatively modern folding chair, right? Over like this. Then, pretty sure it's Z. It's tilted. It's actually fine then. Although it is floating a tiny bit above the fucking ground. It's better. Now it's almost touched the ground, although it drops in the range. It's just about there. Yeah, that's perfect. I always do this when I do level design in general. I've done it for a while now. Like, I get too obsessed with these tiny little details of like, is that precisely touching the ground? And sometimes when I play games just on my own, I'll also look for that. And like, it's not a thing that any developer should give a shit about. It's such a niche thing that only, like, doesn't add anything to the game at all. That, like, very few people look for. And yet I still look for it. What's going on in the chat? I'm actually just gonna like minus it because I can leave it open. Yeah, I'll leave it open. It's hard to see. I have no idea what y'all are talking about. From what I can gather, it looks like you're talking about fan art of somebody, but I don't fully know, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Very cool though.
You have like a piece of wood or two that would be fastened to the ground, maybe. Something like this would actually work pretty well.
Why would they have something like this here? Oh, it could be the top of a box that they use to ship in construction pieces. That would work. That would make sense. Yeah. And then normally you would put this down flat, and then you put the chair on top of it. That's smart. That's good. Yep. Yep. This one's X, I guess. It's too bad. Z tilt is a lot easier to fucking manage because X tilt is centered. Why? Well, Z tilt isn't. Man, I'm probably gonna get fucking copyright claim for using this music. They do that with Minecraft music now. They can copyright claim it, those sons of bitches. But, oh well, is what it is. Alright, that looks pretty good. Right? You got a chair, you got a desk, and you got like the wood thing that it would sit on. So you could actually read without falling through the fucking floor. And then I'm gonna put the blueprint here, and I'll put like a photo of the guy's wife over here, probably. And that'll be pretty solid. The desk lamp, we could pretend that it's battery powered. I don't have to do a bunch of cables. Because when I saw you in one of his streams on server, nah, bro, I think you have dementia. It's the guy's comment I replied on. Remdon is rubbing off on me. I've been pretty good about not forgetting things these last few days. My issue is just, you know how it is. I keep too much in my head at once. Is that Son of a bitch. Look at this like 5 times. Maybe I do have dementia. Looked at it like 5 times and every time it looks great. But no, it's actually... It's a little over to the side. It's still a little bit over to the side. Did I put the lamp on this? No. No, we're good. It's good. Oh, I also added this little lip. So it looks like the grater... Grater? Grating, whatever, the metal grates. They're the fucking rebar, not rebar. The big pieces of metal. The construction beams. Looks like they're all attached to the walls at the end there, which makes it look a little bit cleaner. All right, I'm gonna do the fences now. I might start on the bunker during this stream. I'm not totally sure. It's gonna be a center point. Oh no, it's not. But it's also not something that actually helps me. So. See if I can eyeball this. It's pretty good. Alright. Damn you, Remdot. You got a YouTube channel, Maxi. Yes, he streamed on YouTube. In the comment section, he said you remember me. If I remember you from one of his streams. Damn, dude. One of y'all doesn't remember one of y'all. It's tragic. Slightly over to the side, isn't it? I'll have to do this manually. Let's see. It's good. I need to raise you. I'm actually gonna put you over like that much more. I need to raise you. I kind of like that these two aren't connected, by the way. This is on purpose. I could have found a way to do it connected by just flipping this around and up tilting it or something. But I like the idea that one of the handrails like broke off and they had to repurpose like leftover parts to fix it on. I thought about using, they have a different colored handrail for that part, so it makes it more apparent, but it just looked really bad, so I kept it as yellow. Let's see. Remnant stream. Anyways, you Discord. Bro, I need sleep or something. My memory is so shit. Do you want to add me? My username is literally just my YouTube one. Maybe. Alright. This is so wholesome, seeing y'all make friends. Really feels good for me. Really feels like I'm bringing people together. Even though I had absolutely no hand in what just happened, it really makes me feel like I did. It's a beautiful day to take credit for something that I didn't have any part in. Should be decimal, which means I really am not. I'm pretending to be all competent in what I'm doing, but in reality, just slightly off center. It's not a big deal. I can sort of push it like that. Oh no, it is a big deal. Oh well, it's fine. This is a little bit off center, but with like again, I'm the only one who gets this OCD about this shit. I've seen other games where the fucking handrails don't even touch, and yet every time when I see it, like, it should be right here and not right here. Ooh. And 1,000 people could play through the game when it's fully released and go through a section just like this, and not one of them would have noticed. It's just, I don't know. I also have been watching those like Annie Austin videos where he goes and looks to see if the wires are connected to things. I don't know why I do that to myself. I know it's just gonna make me more goddamn pedantic about everything. Things that no gamer is actually noticing or worrying about. But like I said, I want everything to be all diegetic, so. How is this, by the way? It's kind of over my feet. I don't love this joint work here, but it's not terrible, so. Also, Remdot, you know how the Nowhere is alive? It can be killed as well, because data mining files confirmed it. How the fuck does that work? What do you mean data mining file? I mean, I kind of assumed it could be killed, but what file did they did they have that confirmed that you can kill Nowhere? Alright, I'm gonna duplicate this out and I'm gonna make it longer, because this is an area people wouldn't walk to anyways. It kind of makes sense that it could be less OSHA-esque. Nope. Nope. Is it possible? There we go. Perfect. What are we? All right. What are we talking about, Croclib? How do you? Did they like have a section immediately where something to do with sound waves or frequencies? It's always that shit nowadays. Invincible, other shows as well. Like whenever you get the big superpower, it's always they're so sent. Okay, so like what, you ring a bell or something and it pisses off Nowhere, and then it starts like freaking out. What's the idea? At least parts of the Nowhere. Oh man, I haven't bought the book yet to read and catch up on the lore. I know I probably should, and then, but I'm just holding off until the whole game's out, because I know that the moment I read it, I'm gonna immediately be like, either so excited about what I'm seeing that I'm gonna want to put everything aside so I can make a video about it, and be like, oh, so this changes this in a really interesting way, and this is so cool, and blah blah blah, or I'll be so annoyed that I'll like want to make a video about that, enraged about what I've seen, and I'm just not sure. Yeah. That's okay. That's good. That's good. These 90-degree joints are a little difficult. They nothing I can do is gonna stop them from clipping a little bit, but in real life they would clip in a different way. And these ones fit together so nicely. Look at this. Look at how nice that joint looks. Almost like it's actually been welded. And then you have this, and you see this, and you go, oh, Remdot, you're just lazy. Or anyways, I do. So. Fucking crazy. That's good. This one, you can just go over like this. It doesn't have to be anything too complicated. Is this actually the right spot? Yeah, it's off by like a tiny bit. But spot. It was called the Nowhere Soundwaves Killer. Well, couldn't that mean it's like an attack from nowhere to kill you with sound? Not gonna lie, I can just give you the book if you don't want to spend $10. No. I'll spend $10 because then when I read the book, it's gonna either be I spent money on this shit, or it's gonna be, oh wow, this is totally worth $10. This is gonna, you know, open up my whole mind about Little Nightmares. Not even like a... It just, once I buy it. I should not have drunk that. It's full of fucking seeds. Now my mouth is full of seeds. Yeah, I feel like it was decent as a book. All right, then I'll hopefully take it with appreciation and love when I read it. Hopefully, I'll read it and be like, wow, they really knocked it out of the park. Good job. I'm legitimately just gonna fucking, yeah, just make it a little bit longer. That's good. It's good enough. This, I don't like the joint, but oh my god, I gotta fucking. There. Now it's good enough. I'm once again changing details in a part of the map no one's gonna look at, but if somebody, I don't know, when the game comes out, maybe someone will look through and be like, you know what? There's a lot of work to make everything line up here. There's gotta be a way to do this that's not manual, because in there's these things called demo scenes that are made to sort of show off asset packs, right? So you can get a better idea of the ways you can put together the environment. This down here, by the way, is from a demo scene. I copied the way the stairs go down, and then the ground is made up of different broken up gravel. Is from a demo scene, but I changed this out. I changed this out, obviously, and I'm changing that out a lot, and I changed this out a lot. So I copied the staircase and the gravel part, because it fit together so well. In the demo, there's like literally thousands of chains that are linked one chain link at a time. And the only way I can think of that you could do that is if you took one chain link, you place it in the world, then you duplicated it, rotated it, place that in the world, then you took your chain link and duplicated that, place that in the world, you took your link, that in the world. But then it has this gradual curve, and it wasn't made in Blender, because I can look at every piece individually, and Blender doesn't export that way into Unity. So I don't know how they did it. Like, but here, let me pull it up so you have a better idea of what I'm talking about. Because otherwise, here, this is a demo scene. What I'm pulling up right now. Give it a sec. All right, it's bright as all hell. Sorry. There's also an inverted picture of some dude's car for some reason at the top. I don't know why that's there. This is the demo scene, okay? It's crazy. This was all of this is individual assets. Every fucking pebble you see is individual assets that, as far as I know, would have had to be placed by each of these wooden, like, a lot of these are just like one board. Oh, here's the scene that so as you can see, it was originally a staircase that went down, and then it kind of opens up, I think around here. Yeah. And there was like a subway of some kind over here, and something else over here. So I clipped that, I changed the stairs a lot, but I copied this underground T-shaped thing, and that thing, and I changed this, and then I obviously changed this a lot, so, and then changed that. This was, I think, supposed to be like a loading dock for a train. It has this thing. But look at this, look at this, look at this. You see how this is held up by these chains? And they are placed so well. I don't know how they did that, because these are each individual chain links. These are hundreds of chain links. Maybe they used like a C# script. I have no idea how, because I don't know shit about coding. I don't believe they did it by hand though, because it just would be so much work to do it by hand. There's chains that are. Let me find them. It's like a Where's Waldo? Here we go. There's chains that are on the ground, one chain at a time, and it's draped over this, and I don't know how they did that, other than by hand, which would have taken so long. Like, did someone just spend a month just at home, just fucking... I don't even think a month would be long enough, just putting together every cog, every fucking strata, one by one. This is just one building, by the way. This is a huge demo scene. And I'm pretty sure, like, the only way I know to place things like that procedurally is with, like, geo nodes in Blender. How long have you been doing Blender? I guess about, like, 3 or 4 months. Not super long. I did not make this, by the way. This is it shows how props can be put together in the assets that I bought. It's not something that I bought, or something that I built. It's just, look at this. See these train tracks? Every fucking board was placed by hand. Incredible work from whoever made this demos. I'll get back to my actual project and continue working. It's just, I'm like a little bit blown away by the effort that was put into it. And then I have my thing, which is also pretty good, you know? I think I did really well with the roof. I partially copied from the demo scene, the way that the panels are and the things assembled. Then I extended it out a lot further, so it's wider than anything in the demo scene. And I added the lights so that, you know, there's these are relatively new looking lights, right? They don't really fit in this industrial warehouse, but they'll put down light in large sort of rows that I think will look very good in the darkness when the volume thing is on. It's very dark out here in the world. This is going to be a night sky as well. It's going to be very dark and kind of gloomy looking. So with these lights on the inside, it's going to... My goal is for this entire warehouse to feel like the Resident Evil safe room, where the moment you get into it, you can kind of, you know, like you can breathe a sigh of relief. And how good do you think you are at Blender? Not very at all. I mean, you saw the map that the game world that I made. It was mostly put together with Cube Engine and Blender, and I mean, you saw like the solar panel and the trees. That's probably about what my current limit is in Blender. I can do some other stuff, not super well. I'm probably gonna learn to animate 3D models so I can add more custom animations, because I'm already good at keyframing stuff in Clip Studio, so I know how the mechanics of it works pretty well. I just need to get a software that supports keyframe animations. I'll be able to do that. But Blender, not good. Not bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not bad at all. Why are you doing this? Do I need you here? I do need you here. Why are you braking like this? It's a light mapping issue. It is a light mapping issue. It's fine. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. The area. I gotta stop getting mad about every glitch in Unity's viewport. But now this is done, which is pretty good. Pretty happy with the way this looks. probably do the bunker entrance. I wanted to do that on this stream if I could. I'm just kind of nervous about it because I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to put it together. I was thinking about blending it with, I think it's from the abandoned pool, with these brick wall sections here. To make it look like they refinished the brick. Because there are gray brick sections here that are very... That's not it. Sorry. That's it. I had sections of brick wall earlier. I don't know what I did with them. Well, that was from down there. That's where the chair is from. I mean, I can show it with these brick sections though, even though these aren't the ones that I would be using. These are a little bit too red. The idea is, and they're too broken. Obviously, if you refinish the brick and it was that broken, you would be fucking furious at your contractor. But but the idea is that, you know, I'd sort of tile in relatively finished brick against the broken. That's too much visual clash. It's too much visual clash. It's not gonna work. Also, because I kept selecting shit, every folder is now open again. This is just to not have to deal with having literally everything in my face while if I organize as I go, then it's going to be much less work long term. So that's what I'm trying to do. Urban District and Warehouse are made by the same company. Oh, maybe it was this. Yeah, there it is. There's these. This is the wrong one, but it'll give you the idea of what I'm trying to go for a little bit better than what I just showed you. These are made with a type of photogrammetry that works really well with these things I have from Hilarity Studios. The fucking viewport glitch it's the most infuriating shit. So obviously this wouldn't fit. Find the actual wall. Fuck, this webcam just blinked on and off for a second. Is everything still working? Here's what I'm looking for. These sorts of. These sorts of things, because they're flat photogrammetry, so I don't have to worry about it like flipping the camera in a bad way. I can move this down here. I can pull it 180 degrees in the y-axis. And because it was made by the same company and the same equipment, it has pretty similar visual effects to it, right? So this looks a lot more modern than this, which looks almost weathered and destroyed. And then this kind of like panels out into these nicer brick areas. Is my idea anyways. Probably be better if I could get one that matched the color a little bit better, so it looks like it was refinished brick and not fucking. I could have red brick over here where they would actually. I don't know if because this is red brick with black over it, right? So maybe they would use that. So what's the game? The game about? a good question. So it's you play as it's like the world ended, right? And then you play as one of two people after the end of the world, and their job is basically to direct survivors to these relatively safe areas. And I've got a pretty good gameplay loop of how this actually looks really good, by the way. I might keep it this way and just have it fade into red brick going over. But they direct survivors to safe areas, and that could include the warehouse. There'll be a reason why you don't want to do that, that I'm not going to explain because that'll kind of spoil things. There'll be other areas you can direct survivors to as well. There'll be like a map so you have logistics, and then sometimes you can actually leave the environment and go out to other areas. I have it separated into like expeditions and the other kind of quest. I don't want to spoil the mechanics of it too much because like I wasn't kidding when I said I've never seen a game or heard of a game doing exactly what I'm doing here. It is a fairly unique beast in that sense, and the mechanics of it are kind of what will make it different than anything that I've seen before. So I don't want to spoil too much of it for you. This brick could be a little bit smaller. It would have better, a little bit better, it would look a little bit better if it was. Sometimes Unity does this shit. I like that idea a lot. Thank you. I like again. The demo is going to come out and at some point in the next 2 months, and that's when you're going to see a lot more of what it's actually like. I'm just hesitant to get into the exact details until I actually start making the mechanics of the game, because I mean, like I said, I'm not really a coding guy. I don't know too much about how to program computers. I don't want to. And I'm trying to do something that I don't think I've seen done before, and I don't want to say, I don't want to talk all reckless, and then, you know, you get all excited like, wow, this is such a cool idea, I can't wait to play it, and then, surprise, motherfucker, it's not possible. I dread the idea that that could happen. So, it's not firm just yet, but the idea is in my head. Every day the character, like the regular loop is every day you'll wake up and then you have your shift where you have to go and use the radio antenna, which I haven't put into the game world yet, but I have a model for it. Use the antenna array to communicate with people nearby. If you use it too much, then this monster comes, and I can actually show you what that monster sort of what it looks. Actually, why am I pulling out my phone? I did a bunch of little sketches. Sort of what it looks like. These are drawings that I made for the guy who's doing the 3D modeling and animation for the creatures. It's a really shitty drawing, but it is what it is. So you get this this creature here. This is like a sorry. It's like a 5-minute sketch you're about to see. Come on, balance out the color. Come on. You see it? There we go. You get this creature. It's got a bunch of human-looking arms, and it's got kind of a head that looks like a bear, and like big teeth and stuff. The guy's modeling it pretty well. I was about to pull up the model for it on my phone because it's not ready yet. So that's why I didn't. I'm going to show it off next time. And it can open up portals. My idea for that creature is it's actually. I made an animation a while ago called Lost City Radio Show. It was like a 3 or 4 episode little thing. I was gonna make more, but it didn't really do that well, and I got kind of, you know, animation takes so long to do that I try not to get too attached to it, and then if an idea doesn't work out, I let it go. But I always save the ideas in my head, and that creature, I really like the idea of this monster, that it. The fuck did you say in the chat? I can't wait to break it. You think that my game would break? I'd like to see you fucking try. Anyways, yeah. So, I try to keep the ideas if they're good ideas, and I feel like this one was a good idea. I'm gonna duplicate this down. Sorry, let me just put this in right. Alright, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, so it was this creature that, like, listened for radio signals, and it could see people through them, but it was basically blind to visuals. And then if you were using your radio during when the fog came in, which was the thing that the monsters lived in, then this creature would enter into your home, and it would attack you, and you would probably die. And I showed it a little bit in that series, just a little bit, before I decided to just stop working on it, because I got all discouraged again. I'm repurposing it, and it's going to be one of the creatures that appears here. So when you wake up, you have these shifts, and you have dedicated mechanics on how to listen to the creature, and how to, like, avoid it, and how many messages it's safe to send. So there will be, like, a risk reward for communicating with survivors. If you're too active, then it can. I know my glasses are super wampus right now. Then it can like enter into these portals and crawl around and maybe even find and attack you. That will be in the demo, that creature. That one will be in the demo. And there's other monsters that are outside that, as long as you're in the bunker, they can't get to you. But staying in the bunker all the time, that carries its own danger. That's its own bad idea for its own reasons. So, it's sort of, I don't know how to put this. It's like a blend of, There's some horror games, like, what's it called? Don't Worry, I'm Human. Because another one of the monsters is a type of, like, parasitic creature that gets into people's bodies and it mimics their actions and partially recreates their memories. So you have to use logic tests to find it. To find out if it's one of them, right? And sometimes they'll come to your bunker wanting to stay the night, and it's your obligation to let them in, but are you going to or not? That's the question, right? So it's got a blend of that, where, like, you're sort of communicating with people over the radio, you're sort of vetting survivors when they come in, but then sometimes you leave the area, right, and you go out, and that's why I'm building this relatively open area. You go out, and you'll know that you left because the camera perspective will change. When you're inside of the bunker, you actually have fixed cameras, like a Silent Hill game. Like, there's going to be security cameras that follow you around, and they watch you walk from room to room. But when you leave the area, you actually take a camera and you mount it to your body, because there's certain creatures that you can only tell they're near you if you have a camera to see them with, or an audio equipment to hear them with, because they make sounds that the human ear can't produce, or they exist in light spectrums that the human eye can't perceive. They're invisible in our light spectrum. I've got a lot of ideas for different creatures. I've written out like 8 or 9 of them, and it's got a pretty good balance to it. So most days, you stay in here. There's also going to be a prison in the bunker in here, and there's going to be a creature in it who's like a new species of monster, and you have to figure out what its mechanics are, how it works, what makes it more or less dangerous, how to deal with it, and try to find a way to kill it. Because it's a very dangerous monster. The game opens up with you finding out just how dangerous it is. I'm not going to explain anything more than that. But I don't know. It's I've never seen a game that like focuses on that like survivor vetting sort of horror trade-off where you're trying to maintain a safe zone, but then also gives you the option to just fucking leave the safe zone and actually go out and find people to help them. So it's a little like there's gonna be obvious inspiration from certain games like that Don't Worry, I'm Human game, but there's also going to be obvious differences, and I'm pretty excited about it. I feel like it's gonna. I said I wasn't gonna talk too much about it, and then I went ahead and gave you a whole goddamn synopsis. But I'm pretty excited about it. I feel like it's gonna be really cool when it comes out. So I don't know. You'll get to hear more. You'll get to hear more soon. I have a floor tile ass. I can just go grab it. Because they redid in the lore, they redid this area at the same time. But this is almost grassy, which is why I don't want to use this exact one. There was one that was not grassy. But I have like a bunch of different folders. Where am I? I don't know which folder it's in.
So I'm gonna scroll through everything and find it. This is the worst part about using prefabs, but it's still way more convenient than the alternative. The roof.
Oh, here it is. Hex tile. That's not really refinished. That's not really refinished either. It should look like something that would make a guy with a lot of money satisfied. Although it's a rush job, so it's not going to be perfect, but it's good enough that it's satisfactory.
Solid work there. I swear I had one that was actual fucking tile and not these hex tiles. Although these hex tiles are cool for their own reason.
That's the one that I used.
In that one area.
You could add some kind of bug that attacks a tower or animal. Oh, I already... Don't worry, I have. There is a creature that's like a bug, and it's another one of the things that you have to vet for, and it makes it harder to tell if a person's got the parasite, or if, and they've been killed and kind of taken over, or if they're... what am I looking at here? I might want to use this. Why is this in... like Russian or something? Electrizing? What is that? Okay, I'm not using that. This takes place in the U.S. Why would they have a sign that's in Russian? That I might go back and use at some point. Yeah, there's another insect creature that can latch onto people, and it can show up and it can mess with their behavior, and that makes it harder to tell. Maybe it goes straight down as stairs. That would actually be kind of cool. It would also make the changes in the walls a little bit harder to detect, and I could make it like a vertical chute into a concrete section. And that goes into an airlock. That could be good.
I want to put an airlock down here either way, but a large staircase could be pretty alright.
But when you leave the safe zone, your guy literally walks up to the camera and then pulls it off the wall and mounts it on his shoulder. So there's if I can animate that. Otherwise, he'll just have a body cam. This is why I'm hesitant to talk too much about the mechanics of it. I don't want to. I'm committed to making something really good, but I don't want to inadvertently pull like a No Man's Sky. With their launch, where they were committed to making something great, but then, you know, the guy had all these ideas he was working on that he thought would be in the finished game because he had never worked on a game of that scope before. I'm in the same way. Like I used to design levels in a video game that I played when I was a kid, and like custom maps and things I would make with the engine, right? And I've also I made and sold games when I was in high school, but they weren't big games. They were like game maker projects and little Unreal Engine projects. They were fairly simple. So this is the first thing of this scope. This is fucking bugging me if this winds up in the actual finished product. I know there's because there's two of them, and it's trying to I'm just gonna fucking... Oh, that's annoying. I'm gonna have to put a concrete down here. I'll pull one of these down here. What do they call it? SM floor? Yeah. Which has its own grid to it, its own gradient to it. These are really cool, by the way, because these are procedural textures. So, as you can see when I'm... That is the wrong one, actually.
This one. 4 by something. Where is it? 3 by 2.
What's it called? Like 4 by 1? 4 by 6. SM floor 4x 6. There you go. This one. This guy is a procedural textured object. So as you can see here, right? If I move this, the dimensions of it move, but you see the texture stays the same because it's procedurally generating the texture, and the specific texture is different depending on where in the world you are and not where the actual object is. And I think that makes for something that's really, really cool, because it makes tiling super easy. Because, like, here, you know, it looks... The fucking camera flipped. It looks like there's, you know, like it's one big concrete cast, right? The way that it comes together with the pixel things. Even pretty close up, it looks decent. And far away, it just looks great. And over here, like, this all looks like one thing. It's like two. This is one thing clipped into another thing. But it looks like it's just one continuous thing because it's a procedural texture. This is one of the only ones that are in any of the asset packs that I bought, but it's so useful for doing this stuff. I'm just makes me kind of nerd out about it because it's so cool. This is just perfect. And look at that, see? I'm gonna lower you just a tiny bit. There we go. Like that. So it looks like it's kind of cast onto the wall. I don't love this either. This one here. Perhaps do another one over here. Give me a second. I saw there was some more comments, so I'll get to that in a second. Just let me. I don't like wearing glasses. It's kind of hard to see on this part of the video. I want some of the weeds to still be down there, like these ones, because it's like they didn't get to doing anything on the floor here. But I want other ones to not be, like, where they recast the concrete. That doesn't make sense. It would make sense for weeds to be in here, though. Maybe I should have just moved it into there. So it kind of peek out from the ground. The idea is that it's down there, and they sort of just tiled over it. I don't know if it's even visible. That's barely visible. Here I am once again adding details nobody will fucking notice. Oh man. Let me do all this so I can actually see what I'm looking at. Yep. Detail nobody will fucking notice. The two twigs that are down there that they brushed down there. But is what it is. They didn't do the best job at it, but they made it functional is the idea. Okay, let me see what you're saying here. Do you have any games you can play right now? You heard about the new hype feature on YouTube? I have. Okay, you asked two things, so let me, like, fucking tile out my thoughts here. I don't have any games that you can play right now. I made games for a very long time when I was a kid, and I stopped around my first or second year of college. That was after I made my old, like, YouTube channel, and I started moving more towards that as my kind of way to do creative expression. And I also had a lot going on at the time, which I'm not going to get into, but I kind of lost motivation to do almost anything. Like, all my hobbies kind of ended around that time. Stopped talking to most of my friends around that time. Not the best period in my life, to be honest. So I don't really have any games that I can show off too well. I just realized what a fucking fool I'm being, because I have these, and they're tiled so nicely, and they have depth mapping, and I'm putting this up here, this big ass flatness. Let me look for hull. The point is I don't have anything that really survived from back then. I think I have a USB in a box, like, out in a different shed that maybe I could find, and maybe from that I could get a game that I used to work on. But you're not going to get anything very good. It's mostly, like, I remember I made a little choose your own adventure thing. It was like a text-based game that had some visuals that, like, I drew, but I wasn't very good at drawing back then, so it was pretty I had a game I made in Unreal Engine, which I actually sold during like a school fair type thing. So there's probably copies floating around out there somewhere, probably in a dump somewhere. I think I sold like 8 or 12 copies or something like that, and it was this big, like, it was a big environment. I had made a bunch of little areas in it. It was mostly like grassy, mountainous. I had made like a little temple in it. I had made a little like other thing in it, and you'd go around collecting objects, and I was gonna have like a creature that followed you, because that was around probably a few years after the big Slenderman game hype hit, and I was still kind of into it back then. So it was sort of like an 8 pages type of thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I actually wound up putting the creature into it though, because I couldn't get like models back then. I didn't know you could just buy them. I might have put like a PNG of something in there that follows you. I don't remember. It's been so long. I don't remember if I actually put it in or if I just saw the idea and didn't put it in. And then kept it as like an exploration thing. I've made a couple little things in RPG Maker, and I sold one of them again during a different school fair, but nothing that I can showcase here that would make you impressed at all. And I've never made a game at this scale before, and I used to make levels for a different game called Cube 2, which had a really good editor in it. That's the Cube editor that I was talking about earlier, is Cube 2. So a fucking excellent editor. It was a decade ahead of its time, or more. And I used to make a bunch of levels in that, and I won some contests for that too, for like the levels that I would custom make, like community contests, not for money. So I have some experience, but not enough to like showcase anything. I'm trying to find, by the way, these hall assets have that cool brick with like the different levels to it. And I feel like there was an actual brick wall that they had in their construction materials. And I might want to interspace with this, so it's not just a big flat repeating texture. Because I fucking hate when I have visual tiling in the things that I work on. I think this is the best I'm going to get. This here might be the best I'm going to get. I'll leave that there just in case it is. It might be these. These might be the best I'm going to get. These aren't bad. I did make a little demo environment with this, but they're little... This doesn't look like it was recently made. That's the issue. This doesn't have much depth to it. Is another issue. This has some depth to it. Not a lot, but some. But because of the way that it's set up, it won't work right for trying to do. I don't think it's possible. We're gonna have to yeah, probably gonna have to just keep tiling it. I'll have to find a way to hide that. Which I don't love, which kind of bothers me. On YouTube, we need to hide this. You can't. I tried. Damn. Aw. Dude, that's so cool. I think... What the fuck are we listening to? I actually don't know. Look at that. Oh, that's the fucking... that's the fucking... I told you, I've been watching... Oh, it's Silent Hill music. Yeah, I'll put back on the Minecraft stuff. There you go. There you go. Now you have your Minecraft vibe back. I actually like Silent Hill music, but I understand it's not for everybody. That was the gameplay that I watched, though. That was the fucking... the fucking Let's Play stuff that I've been putting on. Random shit from Moist Critical. Maybe... I could space this out with... No, that would look bad. Because then that is too much repeating from here if I do it again. Which has some tiling issues. Why does this have random typing on it? Well, let me find find like an actual Minecraft playlist that's not fucking reverbed and muted to hell. There we go. There we go. Just the music, right? Little Nightmare soundtrack goes hard as fuck. It does. But the issue is, whenever I put on the Little Nightmare soundtrack, I start kind of relaxing with that music box thing, and I'm getting into the mode of it, and then it switches to like Boots in the Underground or something, or what was the other one? I think that's the one, the sack guy chasing you in the forest song. So I'm like kind of vibing, and suddenly it's just dun 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 dun. It can be really distracting. The Sound of Nightmares theme though, that one goes so fucking hard. That one's it's just, I don't know, it's so good. See, I like this, but I don't like this where the rebar sticks out. It's good for this part of it. It's a great texture asset, but if they were refinishing the brick, obviously they would cut that off is the issue. So I'll need to find something I can put here to cover up the fact that they got grass in the rotoscope. That's what I'm trying to figure out, if there's a way I can do that that'll look good. In a big cube. Or not. I might not even use brick as well. It might be better to do something like concrete where I have more options. So I've got a lot of options for concrete, and they're all slightly stained in a way that looks pretty good and doesn't tile too cleanly. Oh, look at this. This is like a big concrete garage. If it were an actual wall, it would be better, but the garages are all right. Do this. I don't know what I'm looking for either. I just know I'll know it when I see it. I'll just sort of identify it and latch on. What are these? Why does it look like they have depth to... Oh, they do! They have actual fucking brick deformation on it. Oh, nice. This might be better than what I was going for. As I fucking said, I don't know what I'm going for, but I will know it when I see it. I got a couple different types as well. So we got this one and this one. They're almost the same. They're the exact same. These are the same wall. Corporate needs to find the differences in these, and they're the same picture. Look, it even has a copy mark against it, but actually. Have this, which looks like it's been refinished, right? In the middle. It looks like a window that was refinished, which is an issue, so not you, actually. So close and we get so far, goddamn. This one kind of looks refinished as well. It's also got a lot of 3D depth to it, which I really like, so it's going to avoid tiling pretty cleanly. I could make it a small staircase and put the airlock a little bit higher up than I was originally planning to, and that'll still be fine. There's no reason the airlock needs to be deep when the hatch on the other side is directly straight down. I think that's all I can get, but I've got some legitimate options here. See? Okay. This de-stresses me a good bit. I know what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna start by clearing out all of this. I might still use this as like back prop for like interspacing. So I'll keep one not deleted just because it's easier than fishing for it later. Let me see what you're saying. Oh, some slam metal. Boots to the Undergrowth. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. Nah, the Man in the Hat bonus track with noise cancellation earbuds is way harder than it should be. Use the rebar as a hook for like a bag or a coat. Yeah, you could, but you know, again, you got to think of it like imagine it like this, right? So how am I putting this? Why? The fuck? Did I just? I'm sorry. Give me a second. The fuck was I doing? Just out to lunch or some shit. Scale that out until it's there. It's better. Okay. You got to think of it like this, right? So this would have been like a small supply closet or something, right? And it would have ended around here. So I guess it's a fairly big supply closet, but it would have had maintenance tools for these things and for heavy machinery that was originally here, right? The heavy machinery gets gutted, the floor gets refinished, and they dig out, because they have to redo the foundation anyways, they dig out a good portion of the foundation, and they dig down and over to make a relatively nicer looking area. So I want the brick wall to look like it's been more recently finished. So you see how it looks kind of nice here? Like there's some nicer brick here. It's sort of a rush job, so it's not like new stuff, but it's not as old as what we're seeing here, you know? Where it's all weathered and decayed to no end. It's just slightly nicer to have that here. And I think I'll actually space that out with the this brick, which is very regular, so that you get, I don't know, so that you get that sense that like you're looking at something that's a newer version of what was. That kind of looks a little bit too old though, doesn't it? Damn you. It does look a little bit too old. Either way, if it has very exposed rebar, it wouldn't track because they're trying to like, this is the main entrance and exit to the bunker. They wouldn't be coming in and out and leaving their backpacks. This is like a relatively private spot. But I'm thinking, why are you? Okay, you're a fucking instance. You're both instances. Did I instance you? Fuck, I try to avoid doing that. And of course the top one is the real one, and the bottom one's a fake, obviously, because why would I fucking not do that? I did do it. I remember doing it. I remember putting this piece down. God. Sometimes when I click on something in Unity, it selects the object, and other times when I click on it, it just instances it instantly. And then when I duplicate it, it creates another fucking instance, but they're part of the same object, so I can't manipulate them in the way that I want to. Although it probably does make for much easier filing, so it's actually a good thing that I should do it. I don't understand technology. I want to do it the shitty way. So fuck you. I have to just learn. I'll do a slight. Wampus glasses, but if I put them underneath the headphones, then it like digs into my skull and it hurts. But damn it, streaming is a visual medium. You people expect me to look good. I can't embarrass you now. This is the one that I just fucking had, actually. No, this is a little bit better. It's a little smaller. So maybe, I mean, these are kind of weathered though. So maybe I'll have it that this was originally supposed to be here. But then, like, what the fuck? Why would they have this little room in a warehouse? It just doesn't make sense. I gotta do something relatively nice looking. If I use the shitty looking assets, then it's gonna not make any sense. I've got to use this one. I can just clip the floor through the bottom stair. What am I even thinking? I get. Oh my, I'm legitimately just dumb. I just realized. 270 as well. I'm legitimately stupid. I could just put this down like that, and then I could just put the floor clipping through this step here, and it'll look like a smaller staircase. It's like a classic way to save data, is to do that shit, and I'm. Here I am making a big deal out of nothing. It's the exact same asset. Okay, So we're gonna have a finished concrete. So then I need to have finished walls going in. There we go. So you can see the inside just a little bit. Which means I'm gonna replace you with the nicer brick wall. That stands out a little bit more, and I'm gonna do the same for this lower instance down here. The nicer brick wall. What are these two? Fucking hate the way that you did. That is a glitch. That fucking flip the camera around thing. That is a glitch. Kind of see, now it's irregular, so it looks like they started finishing it and they're like refinishing it and making it look better instead of put a single brick there. God damn it. Build this wall. Brick by fucking brick if I have to. Looks like it's kind of some exposed brick kind of popping out. It actually looks pretty good. I think that looks alright. The irregularity here looks weird up close, but from back here I think it actually looks pretty nice. So I'm not worried about that. Remember the rubber stamp? Rubber stamp man? Rubber stamp man. I don't know the rubber stamp man. What is the rubber stamp man? What are we talking about here? Unironically, I actually do listen to a lot of video game music. I do listen to like I've listened to I'll pull it up. The Project Zomboid soundtrack. So many times that it was my first thing offered by YouTube. There's this one that I really like. I don't remember which one it is though. It's right after. Is it this one? No, not that one. This one? They're all in a big... Oh, I think it's this one. Some of these songs though are just like really good. I mean, they're all kind of good. It's just some of them really fucking. They're all good songs, but Oh, I think it's this one. That just feels like really peaceful. I put Zomboid songs in music pretty often. I also do the same with what was it? Like Cry of Fear songs. Have you ever played that game? Okay, so we got an issue here that this one's just too long. It's too damn long. I can delete that instance and be fine. The fucking now this is just an instance of this, which is that might affect collision. It does. Look at that. The fucking collision box is down there. Great. See? Ah! Okay, I can't delete it. Fine. I won't delete it. Won't delete it, game. Have it your way. Keep it there. My big exposed fucking whatever thing. We can pretend that that's an intact looking design that a competent builder would want sticking out, big piece of rebar in their goddamn staircase. It's great. Life's good. Fuck you. Let me turn off this. I hate that gimbal. It makes it so hard to see where things are. Isn't this like such a cool song? I'm telling you, it's the fucking dementia. You made him. I made Rubber Stamp Man. In Little Nightmares 3, I made Rubber Stamp Man. I don't know what to tell you. I might have dementia. I have, but I got too scared to finish it. See, now I don't even know what you're talking about. I got too scared to finish something. Actually not a bad idea. Flip it upside down. Maybe doubling up this one to cover the rest of the entrance, and then I could. Right? That could be good. That could be great, actually. And that could be so good that it's stupid. Let me see. I realized that nothing I just said was even English. I'll explain it in a second. Let me just get this out of here. Alright, that's alright. That's pretty good. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty great, actually. Alright, so what I'm thinking is I'm going to take these bricks, right, and I'm going to use them to finish up this area in a somewhat repeating fashion. And I'll have to move this a little bit higher. The idea is, so you're not coming into the tunnel there. The idea is that this is sort of the bottom of the floor, right? So it kind of has like a tapered edge at the bottom, and then it'll go out very slightly, about this far, and then stop with the door. And that door will be the bulk entrance to the bunker. And I plan to captain is what it's called. I plan to use these captain doors because that looks like a fucking secure airlock door if I ever seen one. Maybe I'll use that one. There's also an actual bunker door though. I can just use that too. I might just use that. I was gonna use that on the inner doors. I might use it on the outer ones as well. It looks like modeled onto the wall, and so you can't program the damn door to open up, but it looks like this, which is pretty cool, right? You can put like a keypad of some kind around it, and then this bottom area, maybe it's pure cement. I don't love the idea that it is pure cement, though. I like the idea that there's like a... maybe, because I mean the stairs are pure cement. If you came in... right? You're walking down these stairs, and then you see that. It does kind of track, but it clashes really heavily against the brick, even the nicer brick, which is an issue. Even the refinished brick, which is an issue. So, I'm not gonna... I don't think I'll be able to... I think there is a model for just the door, though. Whatever, I've seen it. I know it's there. There it is. There she is. But even here, it's not on the wall, so this is why I didn't use it. So I can't make the door open on a hinge because it's not actually on the frame. It's a single static object. And if there was one where the door is closed, where the door is open, that would be great. But the only one where the door is open is the fucking wall one. So you have to clip them in. So I guess I could maybe put brick over the outside of the wall. Yeah, that might work. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. I'll put brick on the outside of the wall because the door is like this and there's about a 2-inch gap. I'll put the brick in between that, and then if I use the open door as a default model, I can put the closed door over it and then interact with it. So maybe you don't get to see the door open and close. I really want to show the door opening and closing, though. It's such a small thing that it does so much for immersion. You can see the damn door open and close. So I'm kind of iffy on doing that. I'm pretty sure there might be something in the police station. I think I saw something earlier when I was looking at it on my own. Or prison force. I don't think I'm thinking prison force. Yeah, I was thinking this. This is just a box and not this. But I was thinking of like a solitary confinement cell when I was in here. I'll put back on Minecraft, by the way. I know you guys like that one. That's a much more uplifting feeling to it. I just like the somber video game music. It gives me a sort of mood that makes me cry of fear. Dingle Dingle. Are you asking what Cry of Fear songs are like? Because I can probably find those too. Okay, $50 yeah. It says that it's saved. It says that YouTube's gonna put it in the fucking sidebar and try to show it to me. Here. I put Cry of Fear music in the background of all of the episodes of the Shaman animation that I was making. And that one I do want to continue. I've got a lot of ideas for that one long term that I really like, but I don't have the time to take on like many massive series. Yeah, like I said, I'm not like doing terrible financially, but it doesn't mean I can just commit 10 hours a day to some project that's not going to make any money or anything. I like this one. So I have to kind of put my time towards what will be somewhat successful. No, I got... Oh, you got too scared to finish Cry of Fear. Oh, alright. Sorry, there's a bit of a delay to, like, when you leave the comment and I actually see it. I also did not finish Cry of Fear. Not because I got too scared, I think I just, like, forgot. Like, I put it down and I'm gonna come back to this in a few days because I'm busy with something right now. Imagine my face when that did not happen. I'm trying to crack my back doing that because it needs to be kit. Fuck yeah, you're locked in there. That's awesome. That's super. That's great. That's what that is. But that's okay. I'll find a new asset for it. Either way, I want to make the big open area down here. I gotta stop just scrolling through things. Gotta get to work, baby. So this already has a dip, and it's the same dip as that. It's a little different, but it's similar enough that I can pop it in and not have to worry too much. Dude, I find the whole Cry of Fear ambience to be so just relaxing though. I know you said it scared you, but it's just the ambience of it, you know? That soft guitar, the music. It's just so peaceful. I don't know what to tell you. Gives that feeling pretty well. I'm gonna put another one of these over here because I'm pretty sure the height is so tall that it's not gonna be able to be fully visible. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I'm crazy. Maybe it is. I'm crazy. I'm wrong. Son of a bitch. Fucking did it again. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. That means that. It's okay. It's okay. The collision shader is a little bit bigger than the wall, so it's still in collision. Then this doesn't have collision though. God. I fucking hate the fact that it does that. Because the issue is that it doesn't copy collision when it does that. And if it doesn't copy collision, then it's a, like, what the fuck are we doing? It's a decoration, and that's cool, it's great, but if it's a decoration, people can walk right through it. We don't want people to walk right through it. Look too bad though. It looks alright. It's not great. I don't love it. It's not bad. And I'm gonna probably cut this area at an angle. It wouldn't make sense for them to do a big overlapping ceiling. This is my grandma's house. that'll do numbers in the big year of 2025. A long play of Cry of Fear. I think that'll really pop off in 2025. But maybe he just needs to cook a little bit longer. You know, maybe 26 is the big year for that. Don't want to jump on the trend too early. Actually, that's okay. It adds... That actually looks pretty good. Because it connects to that, and it looks very similar to this. And this could be... I don't know. I don't know exactly what it could be. It could be something. We'll figure it out at a later date. A future point. Should look better from this side than this side, because that is 100% supposed to be like a window or an opening of some kind that they paste it over. Maybe a doorway that they paste it over. Whatever. By the time you get to here, you'd step down to here. You'd kind of continue at this angle. So I could clip that, and then the ceiling would look alright. I'll do that then. I'll just try it and see how we're looking. Is that now it pops up from here. I push it a little bit back and then lower it just enough that it's not doing that. Literally just enough that it's not doing that by like a fucking millimeter. Is that going to be too... Yeah. If I push it further back, then it can work if I push it back to around here. This would be where the ceiling is. And then that would be mostly... I think I could probably fit concrete up around this. I don't know why I'm trying to do everything with brick when it's canonically refinished. And they would be putting concrete everywhere to do that. So, you know, here I am doing everything with brick. I could be layering other materials and getting a better result. How long have I been streaming, by the way? Oh, 2.5 hours, right on. I said this would be a shorter stream. I was going to end it at 2. I'll probably end it soon. Because, I don't know. This is more or less just to announce that this project is happening, now that it's at a level that I can actually show people. I'm going to do a lot of work on my own time, and then next stream there'll be a lot of new stuff to show you, and that'll kind of be the general trend. I like to get in my own head when I'm doing this. barely clipped through that, so there shouldn't be any issue. But there always is. Shouldn't be much of an issue with that. How does that look? How about that? It looks like shit. Cool. Maybe if I added a little bit more concrete over here. What the fuck, amigo? This is... Alright. Welcome back, Leap. I'm in a little bit of a creative issue here. It's not good, is the issue. But it's not bad. And maybe these holes would be patched with concrete, and then they could be like they did that, maybe? This has to be a lot skinnier. Oh, dude, it's really bad. Yeah, 'cause you're not seeing through it, you know? Just to give you the idea that it's full of concrete, not actually full of concrete. Okay. The worst thing, of course, this is because it doesn't fucking clip in. I really like this. I don't know why I put it down like that. If it was me, maybe it was just done like that in the demo for visual fidelity. I don't know, but that. Fucking kidding me. Literally an inch over. Fuck, another inch. I'm losing inches. 1 inch off the top, I said, and here I am. That's more than an inch, goddamn you. um, I think it's alright. How's that look? Not bad. It makes the entrance a tiny bit narrower, but really not much because of the lip. Still visible. So it's okay. I'll scale you out. Here. Nope. Down here. That sort of double too. No, you know what? That's actually looking okay. Now it looks like there's concrete patches that were done to fill in this area. What would be down here in an actual... Nothing. Nothing would be down here in an actual... So this should be gone then, right? And replaced with concrete? Then it loses that kind of look to it. But then it makes sense why there's a lip. Fuck it. Okay. And then this we can pretend is foundation or some shit. This is starting to look alright. Okay, I'm okay with this now. They added in... You fucking instance that I swear to God I would kill you. They added in... It's much smaller thing. Perfect. Okay, so originally this went out this way, and then there's this little lip, and it was like a little tiny back area where they stored some equipment, right? They knocked out the floor, dug it down, installed this new staircase, and reinforced the whole thing with concrete to make the entrance to the bunker. This is starting to feel alright. And you can tell that because the fucking material changed. Oh my goodness. I need to work on that because I have an interview for graduate school in like 3 days, and it's a really good program, like like an incredibly good program, and I need to prepare for that more. But they know that I'm developing a game and stuff, and I'm making videos. I put that on my application, like I mentioned it. So yeah, all cards are shown, I guess. What I'm trying to get at, but still. I gotta control my impulse to swear and practice that more, because the further I go in my professional career, the more that's going to matter. People are gonna start asking questions if I'm like, why is he here type of questions if I come into a room and immediately start swearing all the time. I almost just did it again too. I almost said all the goddamn time. All the burger flipping time. I'm gonna start talking like I'm in SpongeBob. Take a break and prepare, dude. Oh, dude, I'm already prepared. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually kind of like, it's a really excellent program, but I'm kind of overqualified for it. I know what questions they're probably going to ask, and it's mostly going to be about like my work history and research history, and I'm pretty good at talking about that. I've presented enough times at enough conferences and things that I'm pretty good at talking about this stuff. Why is this shiny? So don't worry. And I'm not gonna stream this every day either. I'm gonna be preparing for most of tomorrow. I might stream tomorrow as well, but just briefly, because Gil's been asking if we could do something. That's a little too low. I'm gonna lower you down. I might just do the full staircase. I might just say screw it. See how that actually looks. Coming in. Yeah, fucking goddamn. Coming in. I need to definitely do something up here though to make it look like a solid wall. I might just. This also has a lip, so I might just clear this out entirely. Duplicate that, put it there. If I'll tell you what though, if my interview doesn't go well, then I'm gonna wind up banking everything I got on this fucking game. So. It's gonna make me sound like super immature, but I just genuinely don't want to have to apply for any more places. I've done so much cold calling for a job. It's like the horror of being an adult, I guess. We all have to do this. This is just what life is. You know, finding work and participating in adult society, and then getting really goddamn annoyed because no one will hire you. But you know, it is what it is. We all have to. Am I right? About my employment. And because I've made some money off my YouTube videos, to be honest. Not a lot, but enough that I can, with all my expenses pretty much not costing much because my parents' house is off the grid, so you don't have to worry about like electricity bills much. Keeps life good, I guess. Keeps it relatively easy. That's why I'm hesitant to ask you for like money, like my viewers and stuff for money, or do donations or anything like that. And I flirt with the idea of creating merchandise sometimes, but it's like I don't have enough people who are huge fans of my stuff that they would even want to buy it. Although I'll get into that once I start going full time with the game dev stuff. But by the way, also the reason I'm duplicating these things all the time and not just stretching it out. I know this is a procedural material, so I could stretch it out. It also has to do with the way that Unity does lighting, which is really, really annoying. I can kind of show you again. I mentioned it earlier. This over here, I had to fight with Unity for fucking ages to get it to work. See how if I do this, it kind of flickers? Unity automatically culls lighting all the goddamn time. It's optimized for a system that was made in like the 80s, unless you use a high definition render pipeline, which I didn't know, and I've already set up all my like shaders and things, and I've even bought custom like filters for the video equipment that the game kind of relies on, that are all URP required, and that's like the version of Unity that I'm using. So high definition render pipeline, which is called HDRP. Can you turn down the music? I can't hear you that well. Is it that loud? I'm just gonna do that. Ah, there. I'm sorry. Thank you for telling me. I'm sorry. It's just these. I don't know. Dude, I've been looking back at my stream footage and stuff because I'm making my Kenshi series, right? And I keep having that issue that I'm talking and then the game music is so goddamn loud, and I see people leaving messages in the chat, and I'm like, do none of you realize that I am inaudible right now? That you can't hear me? That none of you put the... You could have just said something. It kills me, because then I'm listening back to it, and it's just the most painful shit, because I sound terrible. So thank you for telling me that. I would be really upset. Oh, I would be really upset if it stayed bad the whole way through, which is why I was trying to optimize it earlier, and I guess it just didn't work out. It's just so cool. And move a single brick down here, so I can tile the lip out myself. I built my For You page brick by brick, and I'm building this wall brick by brick as well. Genuinely, thank you for telling me that. I completely lost track of what I was talking about, though. Oh yeah, light culling. So I'm pigeonholed into using this version of Unity, and that's kind of annoying. Because it tries to light cull all the goddamn time, so I have to be really careful about stuff like instancing, which has a big effect on things like that. This is the axis I need to rotate around. Because if one large object has a couple of lights on it... Oh, hey, look, Blue's here. Oh, chat's working for me now. Anyways, I like your game, funny programmer. Thank you, Blue. Thank you, dear Blue Soul. My dear friend, Blue Soul. Thank you. These should be rotated, because this is all up and down, is how this lid was designed. Which means I rotate you around the x-axis 90. Yep. And then suddenly, it stops looking terrible. Also, dude, my sister says no prob, Bob, and she's the only person I know who says that. I know they just instanced that, but this doesn't have collision, so it doesn't fucking matter. My sister says that all the time, and she's the only person I know who does that. So I saw that and I had a brief moment of like, oh my god, they've finally found my channel. They know that I make stuff online. But it would freak me out if they knew how much. That's too much. That's too wet. It's too protruded. I want it to like barely be visible, sticking out of the fucking concrete. I don't even want it to be fully visible. Some of these should be broken. There we go. That's better. That looks better, because now it's kind of irregular. If I was walking through here as a gamer, I might look at it for a second, but I wouldn't pay much attention to it. Yeah, alright, it's cool. As a gamer. Blue, are you general? Hi, Ping. Yeah. It's good to see you here, by the way, Blue. I'm hoping that you're doing well. We haven't talked in about like 2 weeks or so, so I'm hoping you're doing great, honestly. What is this? The moaning of the dam in the background of this song or something? Oh, it's because this is a different playlist, and it's a playlist that has much scarier songs from the same game. So we're gonna go back to Minecraft again. Because I've already probably been copyright claimed for using C418 music, I might as well just keep using it. This stream's not generating any revenue either. My average stream revenue is like 1 cent, by the way. Because mine don't get advertised automatically, because I'm not like an established streamer. Alright. Kind of a narrow area, but that's okay, because this would just go down, and then you would have the door to the bunker. It wouldn't. You would have the airlock at least. Like you wouldn't come down here and have like much room for loitering around. This is stuff that was made after the warehouse, which would have its own distinct style. Although there should be a warehouse light up here if this was a closet of some kind, then it would have its own light. It would have a lamp of some kind. It would probably not be on the far wall, because that would be too harsh on your eyes coming in. It would be on like to cast light against here. So if this was the entrance, it would be either here or here. Here would be alright. I could put pipes if I do it here. It's kind of cool. Oops. It's like misclick and can't have it back open. It kind of adds a bit more irregularity to it. It looks good. To that side. Because you wouldn't want it like over here, because then when you walk in, assuming there's like shelves around here and around here, you wouldn't be able to see them too well. You'd want it here and you would want it high, actually. And you would probably want one on either side as well, actually. Would you? Old thing, light bulbs are expensive, it's the ancient times, maybe not. Maybe you wouldn't. This might be okay. I kind of like that, actually. That's probably fine. That's probably fine. And I kind of like your idea of having a coat hang from this, so I might go back and grab this. Have it be like there's a little cloth hanging from it. I think these don't have backwards imaging on them, but they have front-facing imaging on them. But not all the way, I guess. I just flipped the camera around for absolutely no reason. God God damn it, Unity, stop fucking doing that. Dude, I fucking love Unity and the way that it constantly breaks the camera. Most popular game development software on Earth, and they cannot, for the life of themselves, get the camera to stop doing that. It's just crazy. I'm gonna scale you out a little bit to the Z-axis. Just a tiny bit. Does this look good or does this look terrible? You know what, let me put a little test light. Oh my god. There we go. There we go. I've added a lot of stuff. Nice. It's good. This is all basement stuff, right? So that should be an interior basement. Basement access stuff, so. I should do a new one for the airlock entrance. This is like attach all that there. I'll look at the chat in a second. I'm pretty sure I saw it move. There we go. Let's see. Entrance. I can actually see. Because this kind of looks okay, right? And it's kind of dusty. Maybe if you were actually doing construction in a place like this, you would have like a cloth like that. Or maybe they just use it to wipe down. I don't fucking know. There's a lot of reasons they might do something like that. So we'll throw in a light. Point light. And I'll check it out with the shaders on to see how that looks, kind of. I always try to put the point light. What the fuck? I was trying to put the point light a little bit ahead of shit. Give me a second. There we go. I always try to put it a little bit ahead of the actual light source because makes it look like the thing is glowing like that. I know it put the light on the outside and not on the inside, and it's like, oh my god. If I actually move it inside, then it gets so bright that you can't fucking see anything. And even though it's set as an emissive material, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I don't know. Fuck it, we'll take a look at it. Take a look at it. That might actually be... I might change my mind on that. I might change my ways. That... I mean, relatively... It's actually kind of cool looking. Right? Fucking deselect it, goddammit. So this is how it would kind of look in the game. This is how that cloth would look. It actually sort of looks good, if I'm being honest. It looks alright. If you're coming out of the airlock and you're looking up, right? That looks pretty cool. Right? I mean, come on, that looks pretty good. Come on. Come on. Let me look at the chat. God, there's a lot of messages. Doing well, just kind of half there. Did an impromptu tooth extraction. Only got half, though. What in the Sam hell? My friend got that recently. He looks like the Pillsbury Doughboy. Can barely even speak. Dude. This is like the third time that you've said some shit that makes me think go see a dentist. I mean, I don't even have dental, and I don't know. Not bad, not bad. Thank you, thank you. Shit, I'm gonna try moving in the other point light into, because the other point light is right outside of here. What would it look like if I put it in there? Would that look better? I fucking missed it. Oh. Oh. Maybe. You know what? It's kind of harsher when it's this close to the wall, but it actually, with the filter, it looks kind of good, doesn't it? It actually looks kind of interesting. Ooh, shit. Maybe I'll do that here, too. Fuck, what is this in?
Garage. Lights, I think.
I think it's here. Yeah. Let's see if I can do that here as well. Right. Sort of like that. Oh, and now there's no... No, there still is. It still has its issue. Whatever. Now, it was like that now. It was like this before. That's the light culling I was talking about, by the way. When it goes down here, it starts culling shit because this thing is one big object. That's why I try not to use one big object when I'm doing stuff. Ooh. I still have no idea what's causing this. Might be Spotlight 1, but I don't fucking know. Because that's still there. Even when that ain't, it's still there. It is Spotlight 1, god damn it. Maybe if I move that here. Here. Okay, now everything's broken, so I'm just gonna... I'll just leave it like that. That's fine. It still looks like this is the source of the light here. It's just not as harsh. This is a different type of light too, so we can just say it's a less harsh type. So I don't want to fuck around with this too much, and I'm probably going to delete Spotlight 1, to be honest, because it's fucking pissing me off. It's never showing up anyways. Just move this here. It's better. That's been bothering me for a while, so that's better, yeah. It's not harsh here. It's a little bit annoying, but that makes it look more realistic for... no. This looks more realistic. It's almost like a... You don't want to look directly at it, but it kind of gives it that good ambience sort of vibe. Oh well. By the way, the camera slowly tilting away all the time, that is, that's a glitch. It's not supposed to be doing that. That's just a goddamn glitch. And I don't know why it's in Unity that it has that glitch. Again, most popular development software, billions in funding, but... I'm sure it's something that just cannot be fixed. This should go in exterior, by the way, this thing. Put it in there. Put it in there with the lamp that it's actually attached to, so it's all in one coherent thing. And then this one will be an interior. I'm gonna do all the lighting for interior at once, so I'll probably do the lighting next. I'm just feeling a lot of satisfaction. Because the way that it's lit up now, it really emphasizes like the grain of the cement, which makes it look a lot less uniform and a lot more. Stop doing that. A lot more like actual cement. Fucking Unity. And this looks like it could have been a storage or supply closet of some kind, right? It looks like it's a little long walk-in thing. There's a lot of shit they could have done in there. Obviously, something went in through this back area here. It had a function back in the day. Whatever that function was, more or less lost to time, and then they've fixed it up with the concrete reinforcements, along with the whole foundation, and then dug it out, and they filled this whole area with form-fitted concrete. I'm gonna have to put like a nicer light here, though, like a good light. Let's see what we got in terms of lighting. I'm gonna turn off the shader, by the way, because I can tell that it's too dark without the lighting already put in. Too light. What do we got here? It's too light. It's interesting. It's interesting. It's off, but it's interesting. It's on stage lighting. We got these, the less harsh lighting, which isn't bad. I might use that. I think I'll use this, the not so harsh lighting. That kind of casts light over this whole area, by the way, so maybe over here would be good. Why did it appear there? I don't know. But these are kind of small, though, is the issue. I kind of like the idea of using the alarm light as well. These things. Is the collision for this thing not on? Why does it keep doing that? Do you have collision? Where is the gimbal? Why is the gimbal gone? The gimbal, the thing that I used to check collision, is now gone. It's deleted itself again. Oh, there it is. No, it still has collision. We're good. It's weird. Well, I like this. I like this kind of. Right? This feels kind of weird. I used pliers playing strat game with this in the background for view. Dude, Blue, you should see that that like Parks and Rec, that show. There's a scene that, you talking about using pliers in your teeth kind of reminds me of. There's a character who does exactly that, but he doesn't actually do it, is the thing. He had a dentist do it, and then he just pretends to do it to fuck with people, because who would actually do it? You know what I'm saying, man? Go see a dentist. Alright, I think we're about there. I'm not attached to this light. This looks like a fucking submarine. This is ridiculous.
Maybe I'll use the paneling light that I used in the
fucking... Ooh, this is alright. This is okay. If I were to flip this 90, right? I like these kinds of lights, by the way. These fucking harsh things. I hate being around them in person because they're loud as all hell, but for a video game, the fucking ambience that gives you... There's a reason I put that in every animation that I can. Like, it just feels right, you know? It just feels right. And obviously, because this was made after the fact, it would get multiple... Now we're cooking with some sort of gas. Oh, shit. This is going to be it. I can feel it already. This is 100% going to be it. I don't know how to make an emissive material actually emit light in Unity. I'm pretty sure you just have to add in light objects and do it from there, but... This is feeling pretty good. Because imagine you come out of your bunker, and this is like the first view. That's why I'm trying to get this just right, by the way, is because this is the first thing that you see after you leave the bunker, which is why and it's the most important part of this level. It's the first thing that you see in this level. So I'm doing this not last, still need to put walls up, but almost last, because I want it to look just fucking right. It needs to be perfect, if you know what I'm saying. Okay. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. I'm gonna try putting a door up. Screw it. This is also a cutoff for the level. Yeah. the bunker. Like when you go into this part, you free cam. When you're in the bunker, you're being it's like Silent Hill cam. You got the things tracking you. So I'm not gonna model the bunker in this environment, like in this scene. Is what I meant to say. This is the cutoff for this scene.
What the hell is this? Is that just a door hinge? Whatever. Here we got elevator doors, which are alright.
I am genuinely considering having it be an elevator opening. I like the idea that it's a ladder, and that you have to physically climb in and out of it, because it's analog, so it's more reliable than an elevator. First of all, easy up right there. And then also it kind of has like a feeling to it, like you're actually in a different space, and you have to physically crawl and climb your way out of it to get to the to get out of it. Even if there's no actual like showing that climb in the game, and like you interact with a ladder to go out to this area, you interact with a door to get back to the ladder. You don't actually see the airlock in between, except for maybe on like a security camera. Just imagining that physicality,
I feel like it adds a whole dimension to the game. That I said that like such a fucking hack.
I feel I feel like it makes the game a lot more immersive.
I don't have the words to say this without sounding like a complete goddamn charlatan.
but I swear I'm doing my best here. Is that brick? Is that fucking brick? That doesn't make sense here. Gosh damn you. It wouldn't be an open area either. It would be like this. I'm not opposed to doing this in concept. I don't love it. I'm not opposed to it either, because this door will never be seen open, right? There'll be some sort of regulation. Oh, you have to close the door on your way out of the bunker. But unfortunately, there's kind of a double complexion here relative to the walls of concrete. But it is the same material, so the worst thing. You know, I feel like we're almost there, but I feel like we're just not quite there. Does that make sense? What are you saying? No, seriously. I asked my wife. I crunched it. Your tooth? My guy. I fucking hate wearing glasses. My guy. I mean, I don't know. Blue, sometimes I get the vibe that you're just never going to like you're just, how do I even put this? Like impervious to normal human sources of damage, you know? Like you'll break a bone or something and then just be like, ah, fuck my leg, like the pain of it, you know? The character of this game, the main character, he doesn't feel pain, and you know, sometimes I get that vibe from you that you're like, oh, my tooth is all fucked up. Give me a second. All right, cool. Or ah, fuck, my leg is broken. Let me just, you know. like a lack of a need to take care of yourself rather than just not taking care of yourself. Because my guy, why are you not taking care of yourself? Castaway type shit. Oh man, does he pull his tooth in Castaway? I haven't seen that movie in ages. Okay, I do like this setup with the 2 doors and, you know, oh, I got my 2 doors, I can look up, I can look back at it, but as they say in the film industry, you have to kill your darlings. I meant to say lights, not doors. You have to kill your darlings, because I like the idea more of having a light directly above this, and using that one shitty light that looked like a submarine would probably fit very well here. I'm not sure if I'm super attached to this. Type of door. It feels a little shitty, almost. I mean, it is a genuine bunker door. It is a genuine bunker door. A genuine bunker door. Shoot! Genuine bunker door. I've been editing this level for too long. But it just doesn't feel right. Let me look at it all lit up. And then see. It would have the light on it. So let me put a light on it. These are from the bunker pack, so I might put that on it. But I kind of like the idea of using the alarm light. And then it could, I know it's kind of odd looking, but I kind of like the idea that it's, yep. This one this time, for some reason. Kind of like the idea that it's this odd conical thing. There'll have to be a security camera kind of over in this corner, maybe looking down. So the light would need to be here so that you can actually see the fucking thing. It's a little odd. What am I thinking? I'm thinking that this has a wireframe over it, so it'll have less visual clash than the other one, and I can also just scale it up to 0.2 times the size and take care of my issue with the size of the damn thing, and then we wind up with something a little bit better. They might have more of a submarine aesthetic to it, but shit, it needs to be even bigger than that. Maybe like 0.4 or something. 5. That'll be it. That'll do it. 0.5. I'll switch you to 0.4 on extrusion. Okay. Okay. So obviously right now we're still just spitballing here, right? That's it. That's it. This light is set to have emission. Is the thing. The material has emission. Oh no, it's just a fucking base color of white. Oh no, it does. It does. See, it has emission. I can turn it off and on. So it's set to be emissive. What does emissive power actually mean? Is that? No way. It's not the... What does emissive power fucking mean? It means nothing. Fuck. Yeah, 20 is fine. I'm trying to see if it's possible to, like, actually have it emit light. Like, glow. And I don't think it is. I think you have to add point lights and spotlights and Unity's actual lighting system to do that. So, we're gonna do that. Start by doing a spotlight style light from this thing. Obviously, this is not the right shape of it. I'm just gonna scale it up. Scale it up more. Get more intensity. That's good. It's pretty good. Yeah! I just want to see if the damn doorway looks good, but it keeps fucking up the goddamn camera. It's bit. Robert, it's pissing me off. Smashed it out with an ice skate. He knocks himself out after. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Shut the what shader error? Fuck off. I don't care. Fuck off. God damn it, this fucking threw me out. Okay, and then I'm gonna add a point light here. Point lights are a lot stronger than spotlights. I don't know why. They just are. Spotlights are like ambient almost. I'm gonna do my little trick here. I'm gonna hide it inside of the object because now I know that actually makes it look a lot better. Move it up like that so that it's less obvious. The spotlight needs to be a lot more intense. Slightly to the left as well. And further back, because it's not actually lined up with the light anymore. There we go. And it needs to have a much larger radius. Any larger inner radius. Oh, that's why it wasn't working. I just have to let go so I can recalculate. That was my bad. That's pretty good. Now you can actually see the door. The door. I keep fucking stimming memes like that's the most stupidest thing. What the hell are you doing? I'm still here, right? Yeah. Let's see. Ah, fuck, of course it looks like absolute dog shit. I'm gonna have to do a redo on the entire concrete if I do this. And I'm gonna have to do this if I use this door. Fuck. Yeah, this is blatantly a different fucking type of concrete. God damn it. It's not the biggest fix. I can fix it. It'll only take me a second. 0.6? Fuck you. There we go. And that goes down like this. Scale the Y up. Son of a bitch. We'll just say 5. So it definitely touches the door. Why are you like this? What the fuck? Wait, 3, 1. Why? What is it doing? Genuinely, what is it doing? It's fucking bugged. Oh man. It's moving this is the issue. When I add that, for some reason it's completely changing the center point. So I'm gonna have to fucking do it by hand, which is just awesome.
It's gonna take longer than a second. Oh great.
But not so long, motherfucker. I'm still the greatest genius I ever was. There. Now I have a 3-digit point for it. Is it just like this? This is just the way that the texture is? Oh, god damn it. I didn't even need to do that. Alright, cool. It's what it is. Do the exact same thing over here. Block it so it goes down. I'm going to scale up Y so it can reach the bottom. I'm going to do the exact same thing over to here. There we go. Only took 1 billion seconds. And we're never going to see what's on the other side of that. It fucking... It's a goddamn instance already. Fucking Unity, goddammit. Mother. So, I need to stop swearing. I need to stop swearing. I need to be ready for grad school, but I'm just so annoyed. Alright, that's kind of cool, but that light needs to be moved. It looks like a fucking demon's eye, and I swore again. That's $50 into the jar. It needs to be like this. Even if it gets really close, it still looks like the eye and the gates of hell. The fucking Cerberus glare that you see just before your last moments. If I place it just a second beforehand, it looks alright. It looks less harsh. And it still feels pretty realistic. And now the door isn't really lit that brightly, but it looks alright. Looks okay. Then there'd be a security camera kind of looking down. It's a little... I don't love it. I could taper it. I'm not going to. That would take so long to do. In Castaway, he smashed his tooth because it got infected. Oh! Oh. Man, I gotta rewatch that movie. It's an intense movie. It's a good movie, though. The end of it, Wilson, I was like, oh no. Yeah, it looks really good here because it has that like harshness to these lights. But I guess I could just do that with these kind of lights because they're like a industrial type of light. So it gives you that harsh glare when you walk by. You kind of look at it. And then you walk down here, and you see that. Softer lighting, but it's a harsher environment. Because this was made for the fucking end of the world, basically. Unity is rage baiting me, though. Genuinely. But it's got a lot of little issues. I would use Godot, but Godot has a bunch of issues as well. And they're more first priority issues that make it kind of impossible for me to stick with it, which is unfortunate. Like Godot has a weird thing where when you launch it, it starts by scanning through all the files on your computer. Even though you still have to drag and drop and import files in general, it like scans all your files and like the peripherals though, the hardware stuff. And no other editor does that, and it's really weird. And then if you have the wrong like peripherals on your computer, it causes Godot to enter this weird-ass feedback loop, which takes like a full minute to jump out of. And that happens every time you launch a platform. That happens every time that you open a new scene. And I don't know. It's kind of an issue. I'm using like a Corsair. I'm not going to pick it up. I was going to, but it would something would go terribly wrong if I did. I'm using a Corsair keyboard here from the ancient times, and it's one of the things that Godot can't handle, and it causes issue. That and Godot doesn't support. It does support, but it has really weird settings for importing FBX files. So you have to put the textures in first, and then the file in, and then sometimes it automatically assigns it, other times it doesn't. So it takes a lot longer to work with prefabs, which, in my opinion, is something that they gotta fix if they're gonna be, competing with Unity. Now that Unity is not trying to fucking rip everybody off, and they fired the CEO who tried to do that, they're trying to earn back the trust of their community. I don't know why I'm going into this as if I'm some sort of authority when I've used both tools for all of like a month at most. This is just why I chose Unity over Godot, and it's working pretty well though. I'm pretty happy with it. Pretty satisfied. You know what? I think this looks all right. What are we feeling in the chat in terms of the entrance to the bunker? Because this is going to actually show up in the game. This is an important area for the game. What are we thinking? Does it need anything? Because this is like the airlock. You walk into it. There will be a security camera up here that's looking down at you. I'm going to have that modeled custom. But it's going to look down at you. So you walk in, and then they give you the clearance, and then the door unlocks, and then you turn the wheel to get in. You don't see that. It'll probably, like, you interact with it, and then there'll probably be an intercom over here as well, or over here so you can talk to them. And then a light will switch to I should just do this right now. I should do this right now. I know I have an intercom. I know I have a is it speaker? No. Okay, whatever. Is it electric box? It's electric box. Maybe I don't have an intercom. Maybe it's a switchboard that I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of a switchboard. I'll have to get a model for an intercom or have one made. Whatever. There'll be an intercom here, and you'll push the button to talk to it, and then could add like a sign. Maybe I'll add a sign. Not to down here, because I'm gonna. There'll be like a box, kind of. I can use a small electric box to sort of give you a better idea of what I'm talking about. I'll use this to give you a better idea of what I'm talking about. That's tremendously smaller than what I thought it was. What the hell? Why? What is happening? Here. I'll rotate this 90. No. Minus 90. Alright. It won't be this model, but it'll be roughly the same dimensions. It'll have like a speaker here, it'll have buttons here, and it'll be a red light here, and a green light here. And the red light will be on. It'll be shining red light, right? So you'll walk up and interact with this, and there'll be a security camera up here, and it'll be looking down at you here. So interact with that, and it'll ask you to look up at the security camera, maybe answer some questions, maybe not. It'll depend on... You won't have to, but other survivors will have to. They'll have to answer some questions, so you can determine if they're real human beings or not. And then after that, they look over at the door, and then they can come into the door. And the security camera will be here, so from inside the bunker, you can't see inside the door, and you can't see the fact that they 100% are just going to clip through the door and just walk right through this solid object. And then when you come back in from an expedition, you walk over here, interact with this, and be like, I'm back. Look up here. Okay, I'm letting you in. Walk over here, and then it'll cut to black, and you'll hear like a... Like a that was a terrible sound effect. Like the wheel turning and creaking as you turn it, and a metal latch going thunk as you open it. I've done this before in animations. I know how to do it with sound design. I'm good at sound design. I know what I'm doing there. And then you'll walk in, and then obviously you won't see the walk in. It'll just cut to black, and then you'll be in the bunker, and then you'll have to use bunker stuff. And it's a double airlock, so it has one door here, and it has one door back here. But you'll never see the door that's back here. you'll see like a inside of the bunker with a door here, a small room, small square-shaped room, a hatch, and you can climb into the hatch. So some no, I'm not human type stuff. Yeah, I was saying that earlier. Yeah, one of the types of monsters mimics people. It's different from no, I'm not human. It's not a mimic that you can tell apart visually. It's a parasite that takes over the body, so it looks exactly like a human being. There's no, you can't look at their eyes and do that. They're just looking up at the camera because they are, they know that you're looking at them through the camera. It's a little different in that you have to use like certain dialogue tests and logic tests to. Holy fuck! 1 second. Jesus Christ. Sorry, my AC just kicked up crazy. I don't know why. Oh, and the temperature was dropping to an astounding amount. You have to use a type of logic test to determine if they're a real human being or not. Where you verify sort of what, like shared experiences and things that they should know about, and there's the path that they've taken and stuff like that. Some of them are going to be very intelligent and good at lying. Others are going to be really stupid and they're going to make stuff up on the fly. I have a whole plan for it though, but yes, it's sort of similar. And then if they are not human, obviously you wouldn't let them in. That's the only thing I'm gonna have to add here. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. My idea was that if they're not human, you would. These creatures are weak to silver, so. AC, it's winter, not here, my man. I'm in Southern California right now. It was like 90 degrees today. Last year, at this exact same time, it was cold as all hell during this time, and I had to wear like a sweater, because I was building this building. I built this, and during that time I had to wear a sweater, I had to wear like layers, and I was hammering away, and I was still cold. I don't know what it is, like a heat wave, or maybe global warming's like all at once as well, and it just finally hit us. Probably a combination of it all, but wait, I'm dumb. You probably live somewhere warm. No, it's just like a weird, endless heat wave. Normally, the music's about to end. Normally, it's not like this. Anyways. You know how when something presses against your body for a really long time, you stop feeling it, and then you move it away, you suddenly feel an overwhelming amount of pain? Oh, my ears. Yeah, cool. New England is cold as fuck. Oh, dude, I wish. I wish I was out. I've been to New England. It's a nice place. In some of the places. I'm probably going to move to that area, though. Somewhere along the East Coast. And probably somewhere north. That's one of the reasons I like the program I'm applying to so much. The graduate school thing. Is it's actually kind of close to that area. It's on the eastern area. I'm not going to say what program it is because I don't know if they, are going to accept me or if they would want me to talk about them like that. But yeah, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll fucking see. I'm probably going to end the stream there. I feel like that's a good spot. We got really good stuff here. I am going to have intercom custom modeled, unless I can buy one on the Unity store. I don't imagine there's one available. I can actually double check because I got it open over here. Intercom. Let's see if anybody's made an intercom model. Oh, you know what? There is. There's a really good one here, and it costs $10, which is fucking insane for one single prefab. $10 for one prefab. Are you nuts, dude? Yeesh. But it is good. But it is good, baby. It's the exact same concept that I was talking about, though. I'll pull it over here so you can actually see it. See? It's got a large speaker here. Then you have like a green thing and a red thing. These aren't speak buttons, though. These are like call and listen buttons, which is a little different. Same concept, though. I don't think I'm going to go with this asset because it's expensive as all hell. I'll find one somewhere. That's either cheaper or I'm already working with a 3D modeler. I can ask him if he'll if I can do that as well. And it's gonna need a green and a red light for if the door is locked or unlocked attached to the side of it. And I don't think I'm gonna get a. I don't reckon that I'm gonna get a intercom that has those exact specifications. I'm probably gonna get something a little bit different, and it's not gonna be quite right. It's like an industry pack here, and it's free, so I thought, hey, maybe this will be something, but it doesn't have what I need either. I'm gonna have to get it custom made, or custom make it myself. But like I said, I'm not very good at using Blender, and I want it to have the same visual fidelity as what we're seeing over here. I have to do the same kind of shit, but with sunglasses, because any light would make my headache worse. I've had that happen to me before. Are you like that all the time though? Because I'm sort of like that with sunlight, and that my eyes are just so good at adapting to the dark that it takes me forever to adapt to bright places. And even when I take like my dogs for a walk, I'm wearing sunglasses for the first like hour or two, because if I'm out there for that long, because I'm just fucking messed up by it. I also want to see if they have a security camera before I end the stream, because I could really use a motile security camera. They have a lot of security cameras that you can buy here. They have whole packs for it, but I don't know if they move, is the issue. Son of a bitch. Animated 3D camera. How about that? And it moves. It's got damn terrible ratings, though. What are we looking at here? All right, I might get the security camera off of the asset store, because this would actually work pretty well. I'm looking at this, by the way. Maybe not this exact model. There's other ones that move, but still. Anyways, magpies run with my migraines. Sorry. Apparently also going blind along with getting dementia. Migraines run with my family. I'm sorry about that. I don't really get bad headaches too often, but when I get them, they fucking suck, dude. I've had migraines before too. I'm like allergic to weed, so whenever I've tried it or been around it, I get crazy headaches. I'm lucky that I don't get them as much. That is very lucky. That is very, very lucky, and I'm glad that you're not suffering too greatly. That's fantastic. But I'm gonna end the stream here. I'm probably going to stop working on this map for the rest of the day. I think I'm in a good spot to take a break for the day. I've already been working on it now for about 10 hours, just about nonstop. So I'm feeling good about stopping there. I'll stream again at some point. I might stream tomorrow with Gil. I'm not sure. We'll see. If not, then I won't stream tomorrow. If so, it'll be a game. And then I'll do another game dev stream, maybe like once a week. This could be a fun weekly thing, or just once every few days. I don't know, we'll see. Good night. You have a good night as well, Gleep. And also Blue, and also Gleep, you are the one who has like the monkey name. Who was the other person? God damn, Crocklabe. You are Smonkey Gleep. I just have absolutely no memory at all. Y'all have a nice... I just wanted to say you all by name. Hey, what game? It'll probably be... If we do stream, it'll be more Dying Light, the Beast. Because we were going to try to get more into it. We kind of started it, and then stalled out, and then weren't able to continue. So if we have the time, we'll try to pick it back up and get more into the story, and we'll see where we can go from there. Otherwise, next time you see me, it'll be more game development streaming. But I'm going to probably wait until I have the 3D model back and animated from the guy who's doing that. So I have something very impressive to open it up by showing you. The first monster that's going to attack. So we'll have to figure out how to implement all that in Unity. And then I'll show it to you. It'll be very exciting. But I'm going to end it here.